ciencia.
Ame la ciencia. Yesterday, I don't know what was going on with me yesterday. I was like in the zone. And yesterday, when I'm supposed to be doing my health class, I scheduled a stream as if it was Wednesday. I was like totally like, oh yeah, it's Wednesday. We're going to have a nice stream. And I'm like, no, it's Tuesday. Oh my God, dude, I was tripping. I couldn't believe I did that. I like straight up. Yeah, early stream today because I want to take a nice hot steam. I didn't take a steam today. I didn't go to the sauna today. I didn't take a steam today. And so I'm doing really good with my sleep schedule. So I'm not like up at 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning and stuff like that. I'm like, I'm literally going to bed anywhere between 11 and midnight. So that's what's going on. Cause I just said, you know what? I was like, my political channel. Now, my political channel. I'm not staying all night long, because believe it or not, they give you a different AdSense rate on the political channel versus this channel. And I'm like, I'm over it. Like I was doing so well financially on the AdSense like the first 3 months of this year. January, February, and March. was good months. April was okay, but then once May hit, I was like, damn, the hell's going on over here? What in the hell? And this month AdSense was just ridiculous. It was just basically like, what the hell do you do? Why am I busting my ass? I don't even really do that much. Like I was uploading videos. I'm gonna get back into it. It's like, what's more important to me is my fitness goals than anything. So of course, you know, I'm thinking about now, like I said, the only way I would do a video on my political channel, it has to be something that's fun or something that I'm really behind. Other than that, I could just do a stream. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm doing streams on Sunday, and I go, okay guys, I'm gonna talk about this, I'm gonna talk about that, you know what I'm saying? And so that's what I start doing. And there's so much tea going on about everybody like putting people on blast, like Candace Owens, Laura Loomer. Who else is being put on blast? Like we got some people, like some other people that are being put on blast. And I'm like, and I'm saying to myself, like, oh my God, I should just do a video just talking about the gossip. Cause like I said, if I have to hunt down stories and I have to find a story that I feel passionate about, I just don't know how to grift. I promise you, if I could just grift, I could make 2-3 videos like the quartering every day. I kid you not, I could. Like if I was grifting, I could talk about as if I give a damn about, oh my God, guys, let me tell you about what's happening and whatever, right? So that's the reason why. But I am here for the gossip. I'm here for the messy dragging of these idiots. I'm here for the tea spilling, the tea spitting. I am here for it all. So, but today on this channel, even though this has to do a little bit with politics, it doesn't necessarily with political tea with tree. Political got to take I like tea with tree, but the political part, it's too much word. It's too many syllables. Political tea with tree. It had to be something else. It has maybe right wing tea with tree or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Drama tea, which no, because it's gonna make me sound like a drama channel. It's strictly talking about political stuff dealing with I mean, it's still talking about drama dealing with politics. You know what I'm saying? So it's it's just, that channel is a political channel and it's nothing else but a political channel. So that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. So I'm not going to like this right here when it deals with Frogan and Denims. You see what I'm saying? They are political people, but they are political people that are involved in something on their side, that political people on their side, like that's drama for me. You know, it's just strictly drama. So that's the reason why I'm like talking about it, because I hate these women. I hate these two with what's her name? Casey Tron. Casey Tron is just a weed head, right? She just no, Michelle. The channel won't be called T. It's not gonna be. It's gonna be. I have a political channel called the Treehouse News. That's what I have. I have a political channel called the Treehouse News, and that channel, I do politics on that channel. I don't do anything else but politics on that channel, and so I stopped doing videos on it. Like I stopped updating videos on it. I just only do streams on there. And that's because I got tired of hunting down stories all throughout the morning just to do a video to release at 9 o'clock in the morning or 9:30 in the morning. And I got tired of that. So I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. My sleep is important. My workout is important. Okay. So I'm going to do some videos. And I'm thinking, like, if I was to do a video on that political channel, it would be about the drama that's going on, because nobody else is doing it, right? I'll be the only one talking about, I literally would be the only one talking about gossip on the right. I really would be. I really would be. I'll be the only one. And because it's the kind of gossip I give a damn about, I don't care about the views. Although it would get views. It would get views, right? It would get views, because I'm like, I want to talk about all of the nonsense that's been going on over here on the right, dude. And let's talk about how Laura Loomer has been stalking young men who are of the Nazi persuasion. She's a Nazi lover. Anyway, let me stop doing this. Listen, I got a steam room. So y'all want to check out everybody's GoFundMe? Press 1 if you want to look at everybody GoFundMe. We got Frogans, Denims, and Casey Tron. So if y'all want to look at their GoFundMe, let me know. Press 1 in the chat. So okay, all right. Here we go. All right. What about Pearl? Oh my God, I did go to Pearl's, believe it or not. Hold on. I went to Pearl's GoFundMe, and Pearl, I do believe Pearl is in the low 20s. Now, Pearl started her GoFundMe back in November. It's still going on. Pearl changed it to she sure did change it to $1 million. Hold on, let me see if I can find Pearl's real quick. Because you can't find it. You can't find it. Hold on a second. Hold on, guys. Let's see. How did I do this? I said Pearl GoFundMe, right? Let's see. Pearl GoFundMe. Let me see where it is. So here we go. Here's her GoFundMe. So she she made it at 1 million. And this is really bad, dude. This is really bad that she has it, for her to be at 29,760 when she launched this in November. So how many months are we talking about? We're talking about 6, 7, 8 months. We're talking about 8 months, and the daughter of a multi-millionaire can't even crack 50,000. You know what I mean? She can't even crack 50,000 in 8 months. 8 months. Oh my God. Oh my God. So this is pathetic, okay? This is really pathetic. And just goes to show she fell off. She really, really, really fell off. And somebody, I had somebody tag me about Grandma Tomasi. Grandma Tomasi trying to teach women to be feminine. And he should know, because he is feminine. And I said, he's just trying to go viral, but I don't know if I should bless him with any type of attention, because women don't listen to no man teaching us how to be women. We already got that problem when it comes to the trans women, okay? I mean, give me a break. If you want a feminine, masculine person, go. You know what to do, babe. You know what to do. You know what to do. Okay. All right. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God, Casey Tron. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Am my eyes deceiving me? Oh my God, Casey Tron hit $30,000. I'm so sorry. My mouth is wide open. My mouth is wide open. Holy smoke. Hold on. See top. Oh my God, Anissa gave her $1,000. Well, y'all can stop saying Anissa don't donate. Anissa gave her $1,000. Wow. Dude, she was like at 3,000 or 4,000 for several days, and now she got 30,000. Come on, we gotta give her a clap, dude. She was so pitiful. Okay, so now I gotta start tweeting about it because she was in like the 4 digits. I felt sorry for Casey Tron, and I just refused to like hit a dead dog, right? I refuse to hit a dog while they're down. I was like, okay, wow. Okay, so that's Casey Tron. Let's look at Denims. Denims is at hold on, let me refresh it. Okay, Denims is at 29,226. Let's look at her. Let's see if Anissa donated to her. Hold on a second. Ooh. Ooh. I'm gonna start some mess. So Anissa donated $1,000 to Casey Tron, but not Denims. Ruh-roh. Wait a minute, wait. So instead of giving Denims some money, you decided to just promote her on a tweet? Now, it's bad enough Hassan didn't give y'all any money. And this man's a multimillionaire. This man could literally fund both of them, especially Frogan, right? But, oh my God, dude. Like, what in the hell? Why do these people want donations anyway, get a job? Because they're communists. What communists don't get jobs. Communists don't get jobs. Y'all need to study communism. That's what they do. And look, by the way, on Frogan is sketching. Frogan's scared, y'all. Frogan deleted all her videos, and then she decided to take a week off of streaming. Right? She says, "How do I do a pig sound?" Okay, hold on, let me translate that. Taking the week off. Thank you all so much for the support. If you guys want to continue to support me in my legal defense, here is the GoFundMe. See you all soon. I said, don't forget to thank your date for tonight. What a handsome gentleman. I tell you, that man looks so good, So people just taking a dump on her. So you're going to see Anissa, by the way. This is what I'm saying. I saw Anissa in the replies of here, but she didn't donate. That's the thing. Anissa is in the replies, but she only donated to Casey Tron. Let me show y'all. Right? Here we go. She only donated to Casey Tron 5 hours ago, but not to Frogan. Instead, she tweeted Frogan, right? Where she at? Here we go. Anissa, love you, Frogan. I guess you don't love her enough to give her some money.
Boom! Headshot!
So this is being done out of guilt because Anissa was like, I'm such a tightwad. I'm just gonna give money to Casey Tron, but I'm not gonna give it to Frogan. Okay, like I don't see no money. Like your top people are Michael Parks, Hannah, Anonymous, History, Sophie, Anonymous, Antonio, Anonymous, Mike, Cora Digua, Anonymous, Matthew Kump, Craig, Anonymous. Damn, dude. Frogan, nobody wants to know. Nobody want anybody to know they giving money to your fat ass. So Anissa just didn't get no money, but she tweeted her like, "I love you, Frogan. Don't be mad at me because I only donated to Casey Tron." But you got a lot of people giving her some hate. You got some people giving her some. You got some people giving her some love. Okay. No heart. Hope you end up in jail. Why doesn't your daddy Hassan pay for it all? All three of your GoFundMes are table scraps to him. He's a multi-millionaire Nepo baby. No lies detected. No lies detected, okay? All right. I hope you can get some rest and self-reflect and come back revived. It's okay to accept where you were wrong. It's healthy to reflect. Even the people you hate deserve empathy. It's sometimes wise to ask for your enemy's forgiveness. It releases you. This stupid. I don't. Dude. Suffer, piggy. Suffer, piggy. That's what I say. I don't give a damn about you. And last but not least, let's go to Denims. I'm sorry. Wait a minute. My bad. Oh my God, guys. I was on Denims GoFundMe. Sorry. That GoFundMe that I was on, that I said that Anissa didn't donate to, that's Denims. This is Frogan's. My bad. Let's rewind Frogan's. God damn. Hold on, let's see if Anissa donated on Frogan, right? Let's see. Okay, Scott Malice, $10,000. 1,000 anonymous, 1,000 anonymous, 200 anonymous, Peter 200 anonymous, Kevin McDonald, $150, anonymous, Joseph Lambordi, $150, anonymous, and Andrew Pavlik, $100, anonymous, Sally Schmidt, $100, David Inklings, $100, anonymous. Well, I still was right. Even though I was on the wrong GoFundMe, y'all, I still was right. Anissa didn't donate to her at all. And imagine this big old watermelon face right here trying to look like she's sad. What happened to the base? I bet you had PTSD now, helpful. So yeah, okay, so let me just do it all together, right? Okay, so Anissa did not donate to Frogan or Denims. She only donated to Casey Tron, and Casey Tron is in the lead. I gotta update my Twitter because I swear to God she was so behind. Now she done passed everybody. Casey Tron passed everybody. Casey Tron. I'm just like, okay. So Casey Tron is in the lead with 30,000. You got Frogan at 27,000. She was initially in the lead. And now you got Denims who did, and by the way, Denims, Frogan is taking a week off the internet because she realized her life is over. It's over now. Welcome to America. And then you have Denims who have 21,000, right? Now, I would like to say something on behalf of women with children, even though I don't have children. I have godchildren that are like my children. And you have people who want to act like they got the moral high ground. Anyone who wants to sit up here and pick apart Ethan Klein's lawsuit as, oh, you were being disingenuous, or this is not morally correct. These are people you never want to leave your kids around. These people are POSs, okay? When anybody who wants to take a moral grandstand on this case, okay, they're always POSs, right? Because let me just say this. When you have children, when you spit children out your coochie, or when you have seen how your children have enriched your life, you do everything you can to protect them, to provide for them, to make life easier for them than it was for you. And when anyone decides to use the government agency to take your kids away, celebrate about the fact that there's a possibility your kids gonna take away, and then cause you extra stress and paranoia, and celebrate CPS coming to your house to take you away. Let me tell you something, baby. There's no such thing as no goddamn morals, okay? I'm telling you, if you even unalive yourself with all the pressure I'm applying to you, I'm gonna show up at your daggone funeral like that black guy at the Rip Bozo meme. Okay? Y'all seen that meme? Black guy said, I showed up at the funeral of one of my haters to make sure that N-word was dead. That be me. And I just like to say, as always, white people, you'll never see black people take that stance. Okay? You'll never see black people, you never see Hispanics take that stance. You'll never see Latinas or Latinos take the stance. Because we understand when you play with our kids, dude, there are no rules. When you try to get our children taken away, all bets are off. There's no rules. There's no moral ground. There are no standards. Now, I always find childless people always got something to damn say about how people protect and also seek vengeance on those who try to take their kids. So keep that in mind, okay? Keep that in mind. So I don't listen to anybody who want to sit up here and, oh, this is not the moral way to do this, blah, blah, blah. You had other people who also infringed on his rights. Why is he going after Denims and Frogan? Because they try to take his kids away. What the hell are we doing here? I don't care if it got nothing to do with actual copyright. I don't care. You childless people need to shut the hell up. You have kids, you know that. Listen, I don't have kids. I never gave birth to kids. But if anybody mess with my godchildren, dude, oh my holy smokes. Oh my God. Woo, child. Let me tell you something. So I want to put that out there. Because there is no debate on this. There is no debate whether Ethan Klein is actually doing this to protect his copyright. I don't care. He can literally, and this whole thing of entrapment, please, dumbasses, you can only entrap if you are a law enforcement agency. Dumbasses. Okay. So that's what I want y'all to understand. Like, I totally get it. And let me just be on record. Ethan is not on my political team. He is a libtard, just like J.K. Rowling. But I agree with them on the bad people on their side. Now, of course, like a typical Jew, he feels like he can be friends with the very people whose Bible, and in this case, Quran, teaches their people to kill the infidels, kill the Jews, kill the pagans, you know what I'm saying? So I don't understand, right? They're just typical stupid Jew people, right? You know what I'm saying? These people think that they could be nice. They think if they're nice to their enemies, that their enemies will have mercy on them. It's just dumb Jew think, right? It's just dumb. So he does what a lot of Jews do, is just be nice to their enemies. That's the reason why I celebrate Laura Loomer getting her ass handed to her on a trash can lid, because she was all humming up to all the Nazis. She was being best friends with Nick Fuentes, as if that wasn't going to bite her in the ass. Okay? As if that was never going to come after her. So I'm glad all of the Nazis, all of the white supreme pieces that she was caping for, desiring for, lusting after lusting after them, the ones that she wanted to have Ashkenazi babies with, they are now coming after her. And I'm like, I'm so happy about that, girl. I'm so happy. That's what your dumb ass get. Okay, so let's go into these videos. This one is by WestJet, and this is in reference to, now I do believe none of these women have hired a lawyer yet. This woman said some stupid things that were incriminating on her stream. Okay. Frogan deleted evidence, which is terrible for her case. Frogan should just hire a lawyer to just accept the settlement. That should, none of these people are going to take it to court. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna tell you right now, Frogan is gonna do a settlement immediately. That's what she gonna do. Now, what Denims is gonna do, I don't know. I don't think Denims is dumb enough to take it to court, because she ain't got that court money. But Casey Tron is going to also settle, right? Casey Tron is not sober enough to fight this. So the two people I know that's going to immediately settle are Frogan and Casey Tron. Denims is dumber than a bag of hammer, so she may try to take it to court, but I doubt very seriously.
Unemployed. Denims is too stupid to shut up while actively being sued and is making her case worse. Check this out.
I think we all know, Ethan, the audience that you are trying to obtain.
Objection! Irrelevant. The judge doesn't care what audience he's trying to obtain. Nice try, though.
To pretend like the people that you're suing just happen to be women, and that there isn't a very obvious desire to obtain viewers that are the most sexist people possible.
Objection! No foundation. The bald streamer who looks like Dr. Eggman from Sonic the Hedgehog said it best.
Go into court and say that. Tell him. Go to the...
She ain't gonna do it. See, they can say it like the lowest IQ political side, and I'm not saying this because I'm a right-winger. I really, if you ever talk to these people, they are probably the dumbest of the dumb. Progressives. I've never met more like straight up mentally ignorant people than progressives. I'm not saying Democrats, because I met some very smart Democrats, believe it or not. I know that sounds crazy. I met some smart liberals. I have. But the progressives, oh, these people are painfully stupid. They're so painfully stupid. And so when you literally talk to them, you go like, oh my God, were your parents siblings? How are you this dumb? So yeah, these progressives that are like 95% of Hassan's audience are 95% of Denim's audience, 100% of Frogan's audience. Casey Tron, I don't know what her demographics are, because Casey Tron has been around for a long time. Casey Tron used to be a very attractive woman who was trolling, but you know, she had these huge tatas that were just like, she did a lot of thirst trapping, this, that, and the other. And I'm just saying to myself, like, oh my God, like, how did she just turn from that to this? Anyway, So yeah, this is who she's talking to, and they're like, "You gonna win? You're gonna win. He's only doing this because you're a woman." That's like saying that Killer Camelo has only been arrested because he's black, not because he stabbed a man in the heart who didn't hit him at one time, who didn't even, basically pose a threat, didn't have a weapon. And also Killer Camelo said, "I did it." Is that self-defense? Would that like straight up, this guy is going to jail. So to say that, "Oh yeah, you basically only arrest me because I'm black," like, people are tired of the lack of accountability in this world.
Judge and say, "Well, it's just because he hates women. He should let me get away with breaking the law because he's a woman hater." Well, why is he a woman hater? He's really mean to me. Yeah, Twitter might fall for that.
Quite frankly, Denims isn't the sharpest tool in the shed. And at
She's
this rate,
not.
she's probably not even in the shed. She's on the streets begging for change.
How's the lawsuit going? Nowhere, because Ethan Klein's too much of a sue me.
Yeah, how'd that turn out for you?
He was gonna sue me and he wanted to sue me. Guess what? Still no lawsuit. Oh my god, he's so made.
Out of all the people you could be edging on to sue you, I don't think a Jewish millionaire would be in my top 5.
I'm just saying, like, I told y'all, one thing I love about Jews is they got money, okay?
Boom, headshot.
And they know how to make money. And they know how to invest. And they know how to manage their money. And I'm like saying to myself, like, and trust me, baby, I actually have learned something that I didn't even know you can do. You can teach people a lesson with your money. So here's the deal. You got to know who to sue, because there's some people you can sue and you're just going to waste your time, right? And I think like Bad Apanada is just somebody you just can't sue, because one, he's not in the United States. So there's that, okay? Second of all, like even if you were to get him served in the United States, you got to get him to come to America. And if he doesn't, then what, right? So that's just a waste of time. With Casey Tron, Denims, and Frogan, they are getting a monthly payment from Twitch. And Frogan has an OF page that she's getting paid also from. Like, if they don't make a payment plan, he can just garnish those payment processors. He literally can go to Twitch and say, I need this person to pay me. I need this like he can, and they have to do it legally. That's by law. If you have a court order for garnishment, he can take a percentage of their monthly payments and then basically get himself paid. So their best bet is to settle. And the settlement is going to be a certain amount of money, but the biggest part of it is you have to eat humble pie. You have to basically say, I was wrong. What I did was, and I was basically violating Ethan Klein's copyrights. I would like to humbly apologize, and on behalf of, no, not behalf, because you're just by yourself. And I would like to say that I will never do this again, and I am sorry. And he can put in the settlement, you need to keep his name out your damn mouth. And you know what? I would be like this. I would say, ooh, I just realized something. Now, as a Jewish black woman, I would say this. I was like, you know what? Check this out, Denims. The only thing I want you to do is pay for my lawyer. That's all I want. I want you to pay for my lawyer. We can put you on a payment plan for that. I don't even want no settlement. What I want you to do is to sign this contract saying that you will never mention my name again except in your apology. After that, I don't want my name coming out your whore mouth. Okay? The only time you're going to mention me and say my name, say anything about my wife, say anything about my kids, say anything about my business, is when you issue an apology. And I want you to apologize to me, my kids, and my wife. And I want you to admit that you were wrong. And I want you to admit that you did infringe upon my copyrights. And I want you to admit that you were also wrong with celebrating and encouraging the CPS to come to my house to try to take away my kids. And I want you to also apologize upon that and apologize for celebrating that happening to me, and that you will never mention me again. And I want you to feel it. I don't want you to read it like you're a hostage. I want you to be sincere. I want you to, to look like, matter of fact, I want you to do several cuts and takes of this, and I want you to send it to me, and we will approve the one that we like. And when you post it, then we're all good. Yeah, a full-throated apology. I would do it like that. I would be like, I want you to sell it. I want you to sell it. You asking too much? No, I'm not. Either she does that or she basically give me $500,000.
Boom! Headshot!
That ain't selling it too. That ain't asking too much. What you want, baby? I will be sincere, like, oh my God, even if I got a fake sincerity, being sincere and acting like that in front of a camera is way cheaper than giving $500,000. So I'll be like, there you go. You do that, baby. You good as gold. And sign this contract saying that you will do that. And if you renege, if you go against the contract, then guess what? You're going to owe me double. You forfeit this and therefore you agree to pay me without any court order. You agree based upon this contract to basically pay me this amount of money. I got you by the balls, baby. I got you by the balls. So there's that. Okay. So that's what I would do. And I didn't even know when I looked at what Ethan did. Ethan said, I got enough money to make your lives miserable. And I said, oh, I learned something else from Jews. Yay! Now y'all see why I love these people so much. Now y'all see what I love these people. By the way, this is a libtard Jew, but it's a Jew nonetheless, and I love this tactic. I'm like, oh, you can do that? Let me give me some multi-millions.
But I digress. Not even Saul can help her, and she still hasn't called.
I'm actually pretty certain that his lawyer told him to stop going after me. His lawyer most likely said, dude, you need to stop. You actually need to stop. Whatever, you think I'm an idiot? You think I'm the dumbest person alive? That's fine. Go read the lawsuit. Maybe if you don't want to respect me, you can go respect a judge and a lawyer.
In retrospect, it's funny to watch all the old clips because she didn't think Ethan was actually going to pull the trigger.
Yeah, because she's arrogant and she needs to be taken down several pegs. That's what this is. This is what happens when you're on a platform that never punishes you. You get in, and then also this is what happens when you get surrounded by yes men. Remember I told you, I said, y'all need to stop being surrounded by yes people. They're going to set you up for failure. Have somebody in your life that's going to tell you the truth, even if it hurts your feelings. And if it hurts your feelings, then that's your problem. You need to toughen up. You need to ask yourself, wow, why am I so thin-skinned about this? Is it because it's true? Well, what can I do about that to toughen up or to make it not true? That's what you need to do.
And now she's like, oh, but I'm a woman.
And to all the detractors who are saying that I'm targeting women, that I'm a hypocrite for suing for copyright infringement, I just have this to say. I don't care.
He straight up predicted what they were going to say, and they still are using that defense. The only similarity between the three stooges here is that they're all women, so they're really going with that one.
Oh, and the other three, you're also... Does that mean that Ethan hates people? I don't know about that there, Denims.
Not only are you probably going to lose in court, you're losing to a Genshin Impact player with a Berserk tattoo. No matter what you try to say about Ethan, you still violated copyright. And no...
And Tectone, you need to put on a damn shirt. You do not have no muscles. I'm just saying.
All the morons that still think Ethan entrapped them, that's not even a real thing. Entrapment applies to law enforcement, not...
Thank you! That's what I said! These people don't know nothing. I'm saying progressives are so dumb. They are so dumb. I said, you do understand that entrapment only applies to law enforcement, right? That's all that is. Entrapment is in law enforcement. If I leave my bike outside and some Tyrone picks it up and steal it, I didn't entrap him. Okay? He's just a thief.
Civilians, you morons. Hey guys, I'm about to entrap a burglar by installing a home security system. Whoa. Don't listen to me. Listen to this lawyer right here.
Got here wondering if what Ethan did is considered entrapment. Yeah, and sorry, and once again, I want to explain this stuff. I'm just laughing in general. So, and that's not a thing. You're probably thinking about like police entrapment or something else different. This is not criminal. This is copyright infringement.
I am not a legal expert, but posting a video admitting you intentionally targeted specific creators and you laid all this out as
And Hassan reposted this just to show you how stupid he is. That's what I'm saying. They're all low IQ. They're all low IQ.
a trap, it seems like it will lead to automatic loss, right? Alright guys, I literally live in Canada. I can't be racist. And I went to my favorite Indian restaurant the other day. I got myself a honey cruller and a double-double. Even French Canadians hate Denims. XQC chimed in.
This Denims person that was being weird and antagonizing me in real life at that party about the lawsuit when I was going through it, right? Hey buddy, enjoy the legal bill and enjoy the lawsuit. You fucking deserve it, you absolute cucklord.
And here's the thing, XQC is rolling in money. This is another multi-millionaire. Denims is not a multi-millionaire. She's just a thousandaire. She about to be 100-naire when this is over, okay? So when you are a multi-millionaire, you can protect yourself and you can actually fight against a lawsuit, right? So XQC wasn't tripping about the lawsuit because like, dude, I got millions on millions, okay? I got millions on millions. But Denims ain't no millionaire. She's not even close to being a millionaire. Okay, yeah, XQC, that nobody understands him, but he's just funny to listen to.
Hey, enjoy the fact.
That's the reason why. That's the reason why he got subtitles and nobody else. That's the reason why when it comes to XQC got subtitles, all right? Because you don't know what he's saying.
Enjoy the legal bill and enjoy the lawsuit. You fucking deserve it, you absolute cucklord. Hey, enjoy the fucking bill, you moron.
It really is a nightmare on Denim Street. She has to reap what she sowed. But genuinely, somebody get this woman a lawyer because she's digging herself into a deeper hole.
They could put their lawyer on retainer already, but no, they're gonna. That's the reason why I think Frogan just left the internet for a week. Because she knows that when she deleted all those videos, she put herself in deeper legal trouble. She's down bad. She's down bad. Alexia. She's down bad. So that's the reason why she's like, you know what? I haven't gotten a lawyer yet, so I don't know what I'm doing, what I'm saying. So let me just leave so I don't put myself in more trouble.
If you check your bank account and like Chase accidentally refunded you an extra $50, you might look at that and be like they were supposed to refund you for some charge or something, and then they accidentally gave you another $50. And you see that and you're like, I didn't see anything. Well, listen, they can correct it. They can find it themselves. They can correct it.
Let me tell y'all something. This has happened several times. It never happened to me, but this is a true story, okay? There has been times in the past where people were put, like money was mistakenly put in the wrong account when it was supposed to put in one account. So instead of basically talking to the bank and saying, hey, you put an extra 5,000, or hey, you put an extra 10,000, or hey, you put an extra $800 into my account. If you don't go to the bank and tell them that they did that, and then you spend it, and they find out, okay, and they find out 3 months from now, 2 months from now, 3 years from now, they're going to take their money back. And in some cases, they're going to take their money back with interest. Everybody, even if you close that account, they will come for your ass and get their money. When a bank makes a financial mistake, oh, trust me, the bank is going to catch it. Now somebody, if some dumbass, now ain't nothing you can do about this. If you got crypto and some dumbass send you crypto to the wrong wallet and they send the crypto to your wallet, then oh well. From my understanding, that is the only place where you are S out of luck. There has been countless times people have sent crypto to the wrong wallet and then contact the wallet owner and they're like, I'm sorry, I'm not sending you nothing. You can't get that money back. Okay, that's the only one, right? But everybody else, when it comes to banks, if somebody wired, which is stupid, like there's so many ways to prevent getting like wiring money, but you can cancel a wire transfer before it hit the bank or whatever, right? But no, there's no such thing as you get free money from the bank and then you go, oh well, I didn't see it. I'm just letting y'all know right now. I want y'all to know right now. If a bank put extra money in your account, if a bank does that, and you don't talk to that bank, don't spend that money.
I don't really care that much, all right? I don't really care that much.
I don't know where you're going with this, but I'm all ears. I'm listening.
If some old lady on the street is like, hey, do you have change for a $10 bill? Nobody carries cash around. But like, do you have change for a $10 bill? I just need to pay the meter.
Ain't nobody carry cash around. See, this is what I'm saying. This chick is so out of touch. She's so out of touch. Out of all three of them, she's the one who has the most money because she has an OF account.
And she hands you a $50 bill instead of a $10 bill and says, oh, times are so tough right now.
Did she just compare a Jewish man to Chase Bank?
And you keep the 50? See how one of those feels morally worse? One of those feels like you're stealing from someone who does need it, or you're stealing from, I don't know, not a corporation. One of those feels worse. We're not talking about legality.
Maybe you should, because you're literally justifying stealing while being sued for stealing. Hello?
It's theft regardless. We're talking about what is morally worse. It's theft regardless.
You're digging yourself into a deeper pit. It's theft regardless.
And these people always want to say what's morally wrong, and these are the most immoral people on the face of the earth. It's theft regardless, Denims, the reigning queen of self-owning. You got that right.
Denims, the queen of self-owning. The queen of self-own. You can tell she doesn't have a lawyer yet. Yup. Can 100% tell that. And the funny thing is, Denims might not even be the dumbest out of all three. Frogan straight up Bravo 6 went dark and deleted all her videos. But Caseytron here takes the whole cake. You won't even believe what you're gonna witness here.
Just because I didn't react to his stupid video, he had to make up that I did and put a video of me smoking over his stupid video to get attention.
She has abused so many drugs, she actually just doesn't believe that she watched that video in the
I'm sorry, I don't give a about your video. Like, I don't know. I don't recall reacting to it.
Gee, I wonder why she couldn't recall that, huh?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I forgot Caseytron did this. Caseytron actually admitted to basically violating his copyright. Like, she literally admitted to it. Like,
looks like we got a mystery. We got some Blue's Clues.
I do not remember. I don't know. I may have been under the influence, but I do not recall reacting to it.
May have been under the influence is putting it very generously. And wow, she still raised $9,000.
No. She's not at 9,000 no more. She's not at 9,000. Homegirl is at 30,000. She's at 30,000. I gotta update my Twitter and let everybody know that she's at 30,000, dude. I gotta let them know, like, oh my God.
In my client's defense, she doesn't even need therapy at this rate. She needs a rehab. She was scaring the stoners in my comment section. People were like, yeah, I smoke every day for years and I'm scared of her. Ethan Klein is a raging misogynist who hates women. Excellent piece by...
I don't care.
Majority female audience, by the way. She's mad I'm more for the girlies than she'll ever be. It's not his fault that the only 3 people dumb enough to, like, admit they were essentially stealing his video just happened to be women. I do want to say one thing, though. I do feel a bit bad for Frogan because considering her size, she gets an unproportional larger amount of hate.
Base? No. She brings it on herself. I don't understand, like, listen, I don't care how much the fat acceptance movement was progressing and was dominating in several years. People do not like when you are fat and obnoxious. Okay, society doesn't like that, and society don't like mean fat people either. So Frogan gets the most hate because Frogan has so many things against her that makes so many people hate her. Okay. All right. And we can just start off with her looks. Okay. We can start off with that. All right. So I'm like saying, when you look like this, you should just shut up and be nice. Because you right now we'll look at you and go, what'd she say? What did she, is this woman talking about what? Then the fact that you came out against American soldiers and wishing them PTSD, girl, sit your fat ass down. I said.
Yeah, Frogan's definitely going to be living on the street, but Denims has managed to raise $29,000, of which the money will probably go to Ethan Klein. But the funny thing is, even Hassan didn't donate. He just dropped a little retweet from his ivory tower. To Ethan, I supported you when you were in fair use nonsense when I was a teen. I'm not going to let you do that to a woman you hate. Congratulations, you were a parasocial loser as a teenager, and you're still that as an adult. How can you crowdsource a legal defense when there's a genocide happening? Checkmate. Dr. Eggman. Denims and Casey begging for 100K. Frogan begging for 200K. I guess legal fees increase if you're over a certain weight limit. Whoever coined...
I love this meme, dude. I love this meme. I love this meme. I love this meme. It is so appropriate, dude. It is so appropriate. It's just how, like, I'm like, girl, you are not in a position to be a villain. You're just not.
The name Hijaba the Hutt is insane, though.
We are friends with Denims. We think that she's a good person.
The funny thing is, none of this would have ever happened if this dude just squatted 200 pounds parallel. And I'm willing to bet that a lot of people supporting Ethan Klein aren't even, like, you know, enjoyers of his content or his rhetoric. It's the classic, you know, the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Right,
I'm a bit...
right. I don't watch Ethan's stuff unless he's going against people I hate. Like Pearl, Fresh and Fit, okay? Like, who else he went after? Somebody else I was like, oh, let me watch this. Oh, of course, hold on a second. This idiot right here. Ian. Okay, iDubbbz. So I don't like iDubbbz either anymore. I used to like him when he was, you know, based, but now it's like, oh, God, this is what happens when you don't get no coochie.
I remember Twitch when it was, you know, focused on gaming and not just chatting and politics. And, you know, it was a better platform back then.
After Denims closed her GoFundMe last time, she actually started talking shit about GoFundMe and how shady they are. And interestingly, she was making a valid point. But then as soon as she needed them again, she went running right back into their arms.
It just shows the hypocrisy. They're quick to jump on it, but as soon as it affects their bottom line, uh-oh.
Holy shit, guys. Everybody hates this bitch outside of her own clique. That is hilarious.
That's true. That's true. That's true, because they're bad people. And so when you're trying to take the moral high ground, defending them against Ethan, like, dude, like, y'all just a piece of ass. You're a POS, dude. Like, there's no redemption for this is so stupid. There's no redemption for these women. None. Going after kids, going after somebody else's kids, trying to get them taken away. That you just, dude, ain't no hell low enough for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I saved the best for last. Ethan Klein's War on Woman, an actual article. The stinkiest, fattest person you know probably read all of this, but I am not going to. So instead, I got ChatGPT to put it in Fortnite terms. Ethan dropped a lawsuit nuke meant for Hassan, but third-party 3 bot streamers mid-emote. Now they're crying in the storm with no bats, launching GoFundMe's like medkits while the article builds a rage-fueled tower yelling sexism. All while ignoring they ran face-first into a trap box with zero awareness.
One of those feels like you're stealing from someone who does need it, or you're stealing from, I don't know, not a corporation. One of those feels worse. We're not talking about legality.
We are friends with Denims. We think that she's a good person.
Subscribe to the channel or you'll become a cut like iDubbbz, but unfortunately, we ran out of time for this video.
America deserved Evan, dude. Fuck it. I'm...
Yeah, okay. Hold on. Oops, sorry. Wrong. All right, now we go to more Pegasus, who's been eating good, by the way. Let me just show y'all something. More Pegasus. What? This is his name is so stupid, right? I gotta say this, right? This man, look at him. Like, all he does is take the same, like, he just takes the same thumbnail, and dude, eating real good. Eating real good, dude. Eating real good. That's all he been doing is Hassan, Anissa, this whole thing with Logan Paul was 2 weeks ago. But most of his stuff is about Hassan and Anissa and iDubbbz, and now it's on Frogan and this chick, Denims. He is so good. Now we're just gonna watch one video from him because I got several videos I want to watch, right? Yeah, we're gonna watch Sensitive Society as well. So let's go ahead and put this on 125. And so we're watching more Pegasus. I don't know how to say his damn name, but anyway.
Welcome back to a series so good, your missing dad came back to watch. In today's video, Hassan is once again crying about Asmongold out of nowhere. Anissa Jomha, aka iDubbbz' husband, is back beefing with Ethan. Ethan might actually end up suing some Reddit mods who were engaging in harassment. Actually,
I hope he does. And also, you need to sue that journalist that be crying all the damn time and be stalking Hassan. You need to sue her too.
have also chimed in to talk about the lawsuit. Caseytron has a new defense of pretending she was too high to remember reacting to Ethan's video. Great strategy. Streamers are responding to Denims and Frogan. Subscribe or you have to go to an exclusive Diddy party with Hassan. And let's begin with Hassan finding absolutely any way to cry about Asmongold. Here he says that he wants to bash his head into a wall after reading a chatter. This chatter was talking about if Iran was building nukes.
I asked my hog brother. He said leaked intel showed Iran was 2 weeks from a nuke. US and Israel already knew. He was against action 3 days ago. Now it makes sense. His wife has military ties. Here's inside chatter. Says China gave Iran weapons hoping they'd use them on us. Yet also doesn't want them to have nukes. Thoughts? No thoughts. I actually am going to, once I end the broadcast later tonight, bludgeon my head against the wall so I can be just as fucking moronic as your dumb hog relative so that I can live a life of happiness and constantly have no thoughts up here and only just go by whatever the Trump is saying.
Hassan, you don't have to do that. You already there, baby. You ain't gotta do that to your head. You're already there. We don't want you to be in catatonic state, okay? You're already there.
Oh my God, it would be fantastic for my media career. Perhaps I could be just like fucking Asmongold, okay? I'll just become a hog. I'll just go, yeah, based, this guy, yeah, chat. War with Iran, based.
Okay, you really need to work on that Asmongold impression. But yeah, why is Hassan talking like he wasn't already dropped on his head as a baby? You don't need to bash your head in.
That's what I said. By the way, I didn't even see this video. That's what I said. God damn it. Great minds think alike. Boom, headshot. I said, Hassan, you ain't gotta do that. You were already dumb as hell. You were already dumb as hell, dude.
Already been done, all right? We can see it. There is no other explanation for this level of stupidity. Also, I just love how Hassan is just so confident about anything to do with Iran after completely getting everything wrong as we showed last video.
Iranian women can't post TikTok dances? They absolutely can.
Public dancing by women is illegal. You literally deny facts right in front of your face, dude. You laugh at oppression faced by women and gay people in Iran. Mr. Hezbollah is my favorite flag. How do you personally know if Iran had nukes? Like, you're talking with so much confidence when in reality, you're literally just guessing. You're not a politician. You have no inside intel at all. And the extent of your research is reading like Taylor Lorenzo.
This one right here. This one here. Ethan should basically sue her next because she said that Ethan sexually harassed her or harassed women or something like that, right? And so when Ethan said show proof, she wouldn't do it because he didn't do it. So I'm like, sue her next. Sue her next, Ethan. Like, come on, be our Batman.
Articles. I think I can posit now that not a single soul in humanity has sucked on more terrorist schlong than Diddy Piker here. The ultimate terrorist glizzy.
Did he call him Diddy Piker? Hold on, no. Hold on. Is it because he go to brothels? Hold on. What? Hold on. There is a reason he called him Diddy Piker, right? Is it because he go to brothels in other countries? Or you know, that's the only reason why I think he does that, right? It has to be. It has to be. Diddy Piker. That's so good.
Gladiator. 1 schlong equals 1 Twitch subscriber. That's just Hassanetics. The mathematics so accurate it applies to Hassan. So anyways, Asmon responded.
Moronic as your dumb hog relative so that I can live a life of happiness. Perhaps I could be just like Asmongold, okay? I'll just become a hog.
The commenter never even brought me up. Never even said anything about...
Yeah, because you were dominating his mind, Asmon. In politics, you're number 1 on Twitch. I think maybe you're number 1 on Kick, but that's kind of like, come on now, I don't think nobody else is really in good stand. Like, I don't think there's any other political streamer on Kick. I do know Myron Gaines, who's a homosexual, did come to Kick on a solo thing, not Fresh and Fit. Fresh and Fit is staying on Rumble, but I do believe Myron Gaines, who's a homosexual, decided that he's going to multi-stream on Kick, Rumble, YouTube, and Twitter. So I do that. But Asmon is number 1 in for us political streamer on Twitch. When Destiny got banned, it was Hassan. Now he has been replaced. He's been to a Diddy party? No way. Why? I don't believe that. The reason why I don't believe that is because Hassan is like really square, and I don't think he has that type of acceptance in the black community. Even though like there's a lot of white people that were invited, he is not embraced by black people like that. I don't think that's true. And if he was at one Diddy party, we would have seen one picture of him like that. Black people won't get down with Hassan like that though. For a majority, as a whole.
Me. It had nothing to do with me at all.
I don't watch these people, but judging by posts here, it seems that Hassan has been cheating on Destiny with Asmongold lately. Hassan just mad all his orbiters are starting to ask for cash to help with lawsuits. He just wanted to release some stress here.
Yeah, Hassan can't be too happy right now considering he has to pay for all of his friends' lawsuits. Bro is somehow more stressed than normal, and constantly getting rage baited by his chat obviously doesn't help. Now, Asmon also responded to the other clip where Hassan randomly brings him up. This one was about Hassan trying to fit in with the younger kids.
Hassan wants to be a cool hip phase boy so bad it's good content, not gonna lie, because your favorite content creator is a pathetic little fucking cretin who never leaves his house. So when you see a political content creator who...
How does he know how does he know it's me?
Loser, school shooter, favorite political content creator, not interact with these people.
What? That's crazy. I'm a school shooter now.
I actually love his obsession with Asmon. I really do. I love it. Yes, Hassan has acknowledged attending a party hosted by Sean Diddy Combs, specifically after party during Coachella. Pictures or it didn't happen. Hassan is a liar. Most 99% of progressives lie. Okay? So I don't believe that. I mean, you got to ask yourself this, right? This is the reason why I don't believe when you go to an event where there's obvious where you can have pictures taken, and you don't get like one picture of you at this place, yeah, I'm calling you a liar. I don't believe that. Hassan especially what year was this? I don't know what year it is, but Hassan loves to be his pictures taken. He loves to be. This man literally went to a protest in Las Vegas and had it streamed. Why would he not have his preparation? I'm not saying he's going to be streaming at a Diddy party, but like y'all got to do some reason here. Stop believing a lot of stuff that comes out of these streamers' mouths, right? My thing is that you mean to tell me he would not do get ready with me as I go to a Diddy party? Before all this stuff came out and right Diddy, right? By the way, I'm ready to be proven wrong, but I know that these people lied. Hassan used to say he was white passing, not white. So I'm not going to believe a word he says. So no, Hassan, until you show me evidence, and what I mean by evidence is that all his buddies are in his car wearing white. You ain't got to show me. You ain't got to show me him. You don't have to show me pictures of him at a Diddy party, but you do have to show me pictures of him like going to a Diddy party or getting ready at a Diddy party or even coming after a Diddy party. Okay? So I'm just saying, I don't believe any of that. That's one I think about clout chasers and people who have to keep up pretenses. They lie a lot. What a miserable life you have to live to lie like that, dude. Yeah, Nate, they can't pull that over on me. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, no. What we remember, like my generation was like pixel, it didn't happen. Video, it didn't happen. AI, there's no way you could produce an AI that will show that he's literally in the car or literally with other AI is getting there, but AI isn't there yet to show a picture where it looks like he's literally at a Diddy party or outside of a Diddy party or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because like you can still take pictures outside of a Diddy party. And also there were other people taking pictures inside the Diddy party. And you mean to tell me you ain't got not one picture, not one stream like, yeah, man, I just led a Diddy party. It was so lit. I met Jay-Z. I met Beyonce. You know, I don't know all these people. Like I'm not starstruck. So whoever, I met Oprah. I met all these people. You know, I met LeBron James. Like these people brag about who they run into. These people brag about who they saw at any event, even TwitchCon. You mean to tell me he wouldn't even be like had one picture by now? Also, it's 2025. If he hasn't posted a picture by now, which he hasn't, whenever he went to a Diddy party, it never happened. Okay? So I'm just saying, like, I don't believe that at all. I don't believe that at all. And it doesn't seem like he would be the type to be invited to a Diddy party. He just doesn't. He just doesn't. If I would believe if I Show Speed or if what's the other one? What's the little short one that's loud that I like? Hold on. I Show Speed and Kai Cenat. If Kai Cenat and I Show Speed said that they were, I got it before you guys said something. I just want y'all to know. I said it before you guys said anything. So that's all me. If Kai Cenat and I Show Speed said, yeah, we went to a Diddy party, I would believe it. I would believe it. If Aiden Ross said he went to a Diddy party, I would believe it. You see the difference? If Aiden Ross said that, I'd be like, yeah, I believe that. You don't even need to prove it to me. I believe it straight up. Straight up. But Hassan Piker? What? No. Why? He doesn't even fit into that type of element. You know what I'm saying? So no, I don't believe he went to a Diddy party. There's no evidence he went to the Diddy party, and I'm calling cap.
I love this chatter. One, accidentally writing this in my chat instead of Asmongold's chat. It was not accidental. He tagged you. It does boggle the mind that there are people who do ask that question sincerely to someone like Asmongold, as though he knows anything. Period. Not even just like anything about the history of Iran, history of Israel, but just anything in general.
You don't even know anything about Iran.
Asmon living rent-free as always. Bro is just piss mad every single time. He finds like 600 different ways to slander him every video. Hassan probably goes to bed at night just double-checking Asmon's stream, making sure he can start his nightly goon sesh with Asmon's bald head. Anyways, let's move on to Ethan beefing with Anissa Jomha on Twitter. So basically it all starts here. If you didn't know, there was a tragic story of a person apparently passing due to
I literally was hitting stop, and the video kept going. Okay, so I had to do a refresh. Let me get back to what I said. Let me tell you something. Ain't nothing like having another streamer get obsessed with you. Now, I don't know about Asmon, because Asmon is not a nobody, right? Asmon is a somebody, right? Asmon is somebody where you're like, oh, okay, yeah, I would. Asmon is somebody you would pay attention to, right? But I'm telling y'all, when you have a big streamer pay attention to you as a nobody, that feels so good. I ain't gonna lie. It is the biggest high I can't even explain. Okay, here we go. Let me get back.
free as always. Bro is just piss mad every single time. He finds like 600 different ways to slander him every video. Hassan probably goes to bed at night just double checking Asmon's stream, making sure he can start his nightly goon sesh with Asmon's bald head. Anyways, let's move on to Ethan beefing with Anissa Jomha on Twitter. So basically it all starts here. If you didn't know, there was a tragic story of a person apparently passing.
Okay, so this woman, this beautiful redhead woman, right, unalived herself. And I'm very disappointed in her. But she's a part of the progressive crowd. So apparently, like, she takes what they say to heart. And I'm just saying, like, I don't think highly of anyone who sit up here and let you provide a service to foxes, and yet still you let a bunch of inbreds cause you to unalive yourself. Come on, girl. There's no way a beautiful redheaded woman like this. Like, do you understand how beautiful her kids could be? Like, this was a tragedy to the white race. If y'all want to talk about, oh, my races or my white race. Like, this woman got good genetics. She was just weak. And you just unalive yourself because some idiots on Reddit? Damn.
Due to her extended harassment from Reddit.
And it breaks my heart that someone who is selfless and devoted her life to animals could have so much negativity pointed at her.
I don't know how deep this harassment went. Apparently a lot of the evidence was deleted, but snark Reddits in general are known to be vicious. Save a Fox founder Michaela passes away after long-term harassment from online communities. Many are pointing fingers at the snark subreddit, which has gone private. This is a huge loss to the Fox community. So Ethan talks about his own H3 snark Reddit and how Reddit needs to be held accountable. Probably unsurprising, but the Redditors who harassed this poor woman day in and day out nuked their entire thread hours after this news came out. Ethan responds, exactly what our snarkers do, maximum cruelty with zero accountability.
So why is that Reddit still up though? Why is that subreddit still up? Like, even though they private it, why is it still up? They should never, like, but if it's but you guys, the subreddit like nuked the Donald for nothing.
Reddit knows, they allow it, they defend it, and it seems they even participate in it. Reddit must be investigated and held accountable. So this was from the H3 subreddit, the heartbreaking reality Ethan has been warning us about. Ethan responds, I've said since the beginning, it feels like they want me to neck myself. This is their goal, unironically. Now, Anissa comes out of nowhere, tweets about it. This is coming from the guy who literally said his goal is to harass me and Ian to the point of leaving the internet. Yes, apparently leaving the internet is the same as literally necking yourself. Right. Obviously, from somebody as clout hungry as her, these two would be equivalent. She continues, I want to remind everyone I didn't freaking make the content cup either, but he's talked about me sexually nonstop in some sad attempt to feel some—
How did he talk about you sexually? That's not true. You're just lying now. First of all, I know this is a lie. Because there's no way he would talk about you like that. Like, you are— I don't understand the appeal to you, but then again, I'm not a guy, so there's that.
type of control. I didn't even say anything until quite a while after his creepy meltdowns. Well, in my opinion, this is a straight up lie. She was definitely yapping way before he had his creepy meltdowns, so to speak. Also, she has admitted being a part of Ian's content cops in the past, so I don't know what she's trying to do here. She also constantly supports Ian and basically all of his supporters and Hassan and the whole group, so I don't know why she's trying to pretend she isn't part of this whole beef. In general, I think calling out people who deserve to be called out is obviously okay and should actually be done, and it's actually a good thing, especially people who have done bad things and haven't received any consequences or supported bad things happening, like the CPS call to Ethan's kids. They need to be criticized and held accountable. Now, obviously, things like doxing is not okay, or real-life harassment, or anything that exits the online world, that obviously goes into something that is way more serious. But yes, people like Hassan who literally commit crimes should be held accountable, and laws need to be followed.
Look, so this is in Los Angeles. So that's what I'm saying. He's streaming himself there. Like Hassan loves for everybody. Look at me. Hassan streams himself getting a brand new, was it a Ferrari or a Lamborghini or something like that? He films himself getting a brand new car, but not at a Diddy party? Not going to a Diddy party? Not coming from a Diddy party? Huh? Like what?
If you're promoting terrorist propaganda and shit like that, you are actively harming a lot of people.
They're trying to intentionally harass them in real life. And so that's really what the problem is. The problem is like, yeah, just how the is cyberbullying real? Just close your eyes. You know, you're right. But the issue is that closing your eyes isn't going to stop you from hearing the knock on the door from CPS.
So Ethan responded. Ethan responds to Anissa claiming she's misrepresenting what he said. Also asked her to open the books for Creator Clash 2. So Ethan replies, I did not literally say that. I said you guys should leave the internet after being totally disgraced financially and reputationally as a result of your own actions. Anissa, you participated in the CPS lie and Ian justified it. You guys participate in snark. You have shouted them out and used posts from there. You are an evil snark-brained loser. I'm defending myself against scumbags like you. Cry bully. I mean, Ethan is completely right here.
He is completely right. He is absolutely right. But then again, like these are the people you've been friends with. Okay? I am so proud of myself. Like when I look at people like Laura Loomer, when I look at people like the Hodge twins, when I look at people like Candace Owens, and I could go on and on and on, right? There are people I never liked, and I refuse to be nice to them. I refuse to be cool with them. You know what I'm saying? And they end up just showing everybody that they are a POS, right? They always been a POS. So I've been friends with Shirley. May she rest in peace. I never met Diamond and Silk, but I've always had good things to say about them. The only time I ever clowned them is when they did that rap, but that was deserving of them being clowned. But other than that, I've always held them in high regard and always talked positive about them, right? So there are people on the right I have supported, and there's not one person I supported on the right end up being a POS. Everybody who I said was a POS end up being a worse POS. But it's like, what does that say about you, Ethan? That you were friends with evil people? Hassan, Ian, Anissa, hold on a second. I'm gonna have to put Trisha Payton in there too. Trisha! I'm just saying, like, your meter in reference to who's a good person and who's not a good person needs to be tuned, dude.
To compare Ethan criticizing Ian and Anissa to snark Reddits trying to, call CPS on Ethan's kids is just completely ridiculous. Also, yes, he was only telling you guys to leave the internet because you deserved it, and you essentially, in my opinion, basically scammed a charity. You did not make it perfectly clear that you were taking 34% or anything like that, so you basically ended up fooling a lot of your fans, particularly those who thought money was going to charity as well. Ethan continues, Anissa, open your books on Creator Clash 2. Did you pay for Denims, Frogan, and Hassan's flight and hotel from charity money? Did they fly coach or business? How much did you spend on the before and after parties? Honestly, they will absolutely never do this because it will completely expose them and they will not be able to show their face online. Not like they can do much right now, but they still have a bit of a fan base who sort of respects them. And if they ever leak their books and people realize that they were snubbing charity, I think even the people on their side are going to turn against them. Proves you shouldn't mess with a man's children. Really disturbing that whenever...
Thank you. That's what I'm saying. It's like I said that before. It's like, you guys should never mess with people's kids. I came from the generation where kids were off limits. So when you mess with people with kids, she had wait a minute, green-eyed. She had kids and she unalived herself? You gotta be kidding me. Please tell me you making that up. I thought she was like single or maybe had a boyfriend or something. She had, so she, hold on, I'm trying to see if that's true or not what Green-Eyed Wonder said, if she really had kids. Anyway.
Someone talks about the subject of self-harm, Anissa finds a way to insert herself into the conversation and talk about how she's a victim. She's done this before. I don't know if it's her obvious sadism or what. Ethan's post was not related to her at all. Anissa has consistently tried to always play victim regarding every single situation ever. It is not surprising in the least. Then after this, Ethan calls out Anissa for downplaying her role in the H3 content cop. Here we have a post from the H3 subreddit. Don't let Anissa gaslight you into thinking she didn't make
So she was married with, so you said that's what you read, that she was married with. I don't have respect for her then. I don't have respect for her. You know what I'm saying? So because you are such a weak person that you deprived your child of a mother and then gave your child trauma because you didn't know how to turn off the internet. You didn't know how to like leave a community that was against you. We're not talking about in-person harassment. We're talking about online. No, she had at least one child. Yeah, that makes, she's a POS dude. I'm sorry. I now have no respect for her. I had a little sympathy when I thought she was single, or even if she was married, I had a little sympathy. But when you bring a child into this world and you unalive yourself, not thinking about your child, you a selfish bitch. She had one daughter named Freya. So now she left a daughter that's going to have mental problems, right? I'm sorry. You're never going to get me to talk. Oh, I feel so like forget this woman, dude. That was her husband, Ethan. That was her husband. No offense to men, but you know, you'll remarry. That's just how it is. I care that she abandoned her daughter. Even if she had a son, I would still feel the same way. Okay? She abandoned a child that she brought into this world. She abandoned that child. And now that child is going to have abandonment issues. So then her daughter is more likely going to get a man that's going to treat her wrong, that's going to treat her like crap, and she's not going to leave him because she's been left by her mother. You see how somebody's selfish decisions affect their children? And weak women need to stop having kids. Sorry, not sorry. Sorry, not sorry. I'm so tired of these weak bitches having kids. If you cannot take the responsibility of being a mother to your child and caring about the outcome of your child, don't have it and get fixed. Oh.
The content cop. It's pretty obvious this was 100% her idea, but for more evidence, Dad, the YouTuber, not my actual dad, is on the lolcop pod explaining his side in Creator Clash. He mentioned once the content cop dropped, he texted Anissa if they had to drop it before the event, and she replied that they had to. Why is she answering for her husband? Well, I mean, that's a pretty obvious.
Because she's the dom in the relationship. That's duh. This is a DNS relationship. I hope y'all know that by now, right? This is a dominant, submissive relationship. She's the dominant, he's the submissive. That's how this is, right? Like, it's just that simple.
So we got the reek situation going on, obviously. If you watch my previous episodes on Idubbbz and Anissa, you would know that they have an interesting relationship, to say the least.
The only thing that would make him, like, 0.5 hotter is if, like, his breath didn't stink all the time.
Stinky stink.
What? What did she say?
You would know that they have an interesting relationship, to say the least.
The only thing that would make him, like, 0.5 hotter is if, like, his breath didn't stink all the time.
Stink.
Oh my god. Girl, what that say about you? You married him, okay? No. I don't. Hold on. This is humiliation. I'm sorry, guys. I can't believe that he really has a stinky breath all the time. I think this is humiliation. This is what dominants do, right? They, like, when you have your sub, you humiliate your sub for no reason at all, just to keep them on their toes. Like, what was the purpose of saying that about your husband, unless he's a submissive husband? Unless you have married an actual sub husband, I don't see the purpose of actually saying what will make him 25% hotter is if his breath didn't stink all the time. You already clowned him about his IBS and him always taking a dump on himself, and now you're I didn't even know this clip exists. I didn't even know this clip didn't exist. I think she cared more about the foxes than her kid. She tried to save them all. Yeah, well, I'm sorry, but like, the world is not worse off with less women in it. I mean, with less weak women in it. Weak women give birth to weaker children. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? And because of her, now her child gonna have mental issues because of her. And do you understand? Unaliving yourself is one of the most selfish things you could do. It is. It's unless you are in pain from surgery or some kind of disease or illness. That's when it's not about you. You know, so you're so much in pain, you just rather be peaceful than not in pain, right? But because people on the internet were going after you, are you serious? Get off the internet and go raise your kids. Get off the internet and go be a mother to your child. That's who you need to worry about. How do you have time to rescue all these foxes and be a mother and then still stay chronically online too? Oh, God, dude. Give me a break. Dude, I don't even like her now. I'm like, well, okay, maybe she probably did society a favor, because holy smokes, dude. How could you do that to your daughter? How could you do that to your daughter? Oh.
Stinky Idubbbz. So Ethan responds to the tweet where Anissa saying she had nothing to do with the content cop. Funny, it seemed like you really wanted credit for masterminding his videos. She said this in a podcast before, but now conveniently you don't want to be involved. This is exactly what her entire strategy, where like, oh, I'm throwing this event, Creator Clash, blah blah blah, it's gonna do so well. Oh, I'm raising money for charity. You can't criticize me at all. When it starts failing, well, I'm transferring ownership, guys. I'm transferring ownership. No longer mine. Go blame the other owners now after you completely tank the same thing. So the same thing is happening here, where you wanted credit for his content cop videos when they're doing well. And now when everybody hates it and everybody's turning on you, suddenly you're like, well, I had nothing to do with this content cop. This was all Idubbbz, as if this guy could do any action. He can't even drink water by himself. Anissa probably has to feed him through a test tube.
Yeah, because based upon like the people around them, she walks up to Idubbbz and says, "You're tired. It's time to go." Or, "You're hungry. It's time for you to go." She's going up to him and telling him like a child, "You're hungry now. Say goodbye, bye."
It's insane how cucked he is, bro. It's crazy. Anyways, but now conveniently you don't want to be involved. At least you won't need to throw Ian under the bus this time, because he's still laying in the road from the last time. Ain't no way. Was it your idea to say the end?
It's true. He's still laying in the road from last time.
word Tatana. Oh my god. Basically, if you didn't know, he's again referencing the podcast clip where Anissa was taking credit for all the content cop, and she's the one who told him to go up the Tana. It takes a special type of psychopath to play victim after what you did. You know, when they eventually do break up, which was definitely coming, by the way.
No. The only way they're gonna break up, she would have to leave him. And the only way Anissa would leave him is under two scenarios. Clip it and ship it. Clip it and ship it. One, if iDubbbz doesn't have any more money. Okay? iDubbbz too is a multimillionaire. So she's living very comfortably. She's living her life. She can do what she wants. They can do everything, right? So if the money runs out, she out. Two, if she meets a man that has everything she wants, anybody looking better than iDubbbz is easy. Like looking halfway better than iDubbbz, but also have the type of money that iDubbbz have, and that just showers her, maybe even be a little dominant over her or something like that. She will leave iDubbbz for him, but she's not going to leave because of the fact that, well, I'm tired of him. No. He provides her lifestyle. He provides everything. Because remember, she said this is searchable, right? She said that what did she say? Anissa said something about her mother said, I told my daughter to marry someone rich. Oh God, I forgot what the whole context was. But her mother said, I always wanted my daughter to marry somebody rich. And then Anissa said, and look at who I got. I got not only rich, but I got a streamer. Or I got a YouTuber, not a streamer. Sorry. I got a YouTuber, something like that, right? So understanding that, and by the way, no hate. I just don't like Anissa as a person. She's a bad person. So it's like, okay, great. I got somebody, and yeah, here we go, you know?
Can't wait to hear the stories being told by both sides. How iDubbbz is just being like humiliated and abused essentially, and Anissa will play victim saying iDubbbz did something. I'm calling it. Like you all know I'm a future predictor. All right, we'll see. Send me the clip whenever this happens. Clip me, send me later. All right.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen that way.
Now this next part, Ethan responds to being called a misogynist. If you missed last video, Denims basically implied that Ethan was only suing her because she's a woman, which makes zero sense. Even the journalist Taylor Lorenz was playing victim, like, oh, I'm a woman. Ethan has been going off on Instagram. In the story dump, he denies being a misogynist due to his lawsuits against 3 women, calls out Taylor Lorenz specifically. To the chorus of fools accusing me of only suing women, please point out any of the male creators that stated their intention to steal my content. I will happily add them to the lawsuit in the spirit of equality.
Like these people are so famous for sitting here saying, oh, yeah, he's just being misogynist. That's all they got. That's all they got is name calling, but never take accountability for what they're doing. So it's like, they're misogynist, or they're racist, or they're transphobic, or they're homophobic, or they're a bigot, or blah, blah, blah.
This is exactly what I said last video, that if there were male creators who did the exact same thing, they would be getting sued as well. Turns out, Ethan doesn't actually care if you're a man or woman. He basically only sued the people who violated fair use most egregiously and basically admitted they were doing it maliciously. Misogyny is when you're mean to Taylor Lorenz. We got a subreddit post. I literally don't want to hear one word about Ethan Klein being a misogynist from Hassan and Noah Samson defenders. Hassan calling for a wellness check on his ex-girlfriend because she wasn't answering his text, and Noah Samson likely violating the trust of someone who thought they were being safe by sleeping with him when in fact they were not, are both infinitely—
Hold on, what? Noah Samson likely violating the trust of someone who thought they were being safe by sleeping with him when in fact they were not, are both infinitively okay, I need to know about this lore behind Noah Samson.
Worse than anything Ethan has ever done or said. Yeah, so apparently the Hassan and Orbiter's lore gets really deep. The fact that they so quickly swept up the Noah Samson thing under the rug and pretended that isn't a big deal is absolutely—
Yo, I want to know more about the Noah Samson thing. We need to contact Sean so Sean can do the investigation work. We need to contact Sean so Sean can do the investigation work and arrest Noah Samson. I want to know about this.
wild to me. You can't look me in the eye and tell me it's not a big deal, then shit and piss about Ethan suing 3 creators that are women. I get that everyone makes mistakes and the Hassan thing was a while ago, but let's be honest, if it was Ethan that did these 2 things, these people would never let him forget it. Also, let's not forget the blatant grapes denying by Hassan and friends, right? That is, if you really care about women, that is not something you should be doing.
What? None of these people care about women. None of these people care about women. If the women, if Republican women got R-worded, wouldn't care. Okay. Okay. That's all that is. Your stream keeps dropping. No, that's just your internet. I mean, if you're the only, let me tell you something reference to my stream. If you're the only person complaining, now if I have several people complaining, then it's me. But if you're the only one that's complaining, it's you. I'm just saying, Nate, it's you. Okay, because I'm looking at my analytics and it says excellent connection. Nate is just in the hood, okay? And Nate has Walmart internet. So if you want to know why your stream keeps dropping, it's because you have Walmart internet. Okay? There you go. I need to tell Tim Pooh what.
Obviously. He's a mega rich multi-millionaire YouTuber with endless money, and I'm a freelance journalist with thousands of dollars of medical debt and 0 assets. Oh my god, add another person to the broke list.
Girl, it doesn't matter. Y'all still get paid. Y'all want to act like that. You got to have asset to get sued. If you have a line of income, which you do, okay, I do believe you still have a 401k from your previous jobs. That could be in a lawsuit as well. So that's what I'm saying. Y'all had to be broke like me. Be like, I ain't got nothing in my name. Y'all come at me all y'all want to.
Yes, bro, the brokey list. We got Frogan, we got Casey Tron, we got Taylor. It's not fun to be on the Hassan side, honestly. It seems like in Hassan's orbit, he's the only rich one. Like everybody who sucks up to him is just broke.
That's true. Taylor Lorenz is a thousandaire. She ain't no millionaire, so that's important to know. Okay, but also like Hassan is also a multi-millionaire, so he can basically take care of all these people, but he won't.
No world in which I have the resources to go against someone like him, which is nose. Nice one. Journalist, by the way. That's why he's threatening me. Ethan sits in his multi-million-dollar mansion all day long harassing and abusing women online. He's deeply selfish and vile individual, and I regret ever giving him the benefit of the doubt. He doxes and attacks and smears women and sicks his deranged fandom on.
He could just get her for this alone, but he also, she said something else in reference to sexual harassment. He could get her for this one too. I didn't even see this.
What an absolutely unhinged characterization of Ethan, by the way. Sits in his mansion harassing and abusing women online. Dude, what are you talking about? They're really talking about Ethan Klein here. Oh my god.
I know, like Ethan Down Klein. Ethan Down Klein, are you serious?
Selfish and vile individual. Bro, you're describing your literal crush, Hassan. Play the clip where she's gushing over him.
He's unreasonably good looking and like cool and dresses cool.
Tell me about.
Yes, unbiased journalist Taylor Lorenz. I wonder why she hates Ethan, guys.
I'm so glad that Libs of TikTok made this heifer cry. One of the best moments on Twitter.
Wonder why she always supports Hassan. Who would have known? Who would have thought? So once again, Ethan responds, why are y'all so obsessed with my house? Your idol Hassan owns a multi-million-dollar house in the same city. What the F are we doing here? Ethan forgot the central belief they follow. Rules for thee, but not for me. Ethan responds again, Taylor Lorenz giving me the benefit of the doubt. He needs to log off. Every influencer is a snark page and wants it taken down. He needs to go through the legal channels, not publicly bait them. Normally I'd have sympathy, but he spent the past year terrorizing and stalking anyone obsessed with Hassan while spouting vile Zionist propaganda. He needs to log off for a long time, get his head straight. Also clean up his house so his kid isn't crawling around in dog feces.
This girl is crazy. I'm kind of glad she ain't gonna have no kids though.
The journalist Taylor Lorenz, amazing. You know, for a while, I actually thought that, okay, I understand why everybody is, grifting this hard, okay? Maybe they're all rich, maybe they're making a good bag out of being complete idiots. But she just admitted she's absolutely dirt broke. So you're acting this unhinged while being dirt broke. That's crazy.
She's not dirt broke. Look at that background. Does that look like a dirt broke place? Does that look like she's in the hood? Do you see any roaches crawling up the wall? She's also Jewish. So I'm just saying, like, her parents have lots and lots of money. Look at that streaming equipment. Does that look broke to you?
Been doing this for money. Crying misogyny doesn't work anymore. Of course, if it's not like an actual valid criticism, of course people are going to ignore it, and you're basically watering down the meaning of the word. Just like you're watering down victims of actual SA when you say that Ethan is SAing you over the internet for calling you out. Lorenz is so flippin' insufferable, it's not even funny anymore. Yeah, but Ethan is a Jew. Average Hassan viewer. This is the most accurate statement.
That is accurate.
Now, apparently we also had a bunch of lawyers talking about the H3 snark mods. In the last video, we covered that Ethan would be subpoenaing them, and apparently they've been panicking and contacting lawyers for legal advice. LawTuber LUS shows email from alleged H3 snark mod asking for legal advice. LUS thinks there's a solid chance the discovery could open up a bev.
LUS thinks there's a solid chance discovery could open up a bevy of issues for the defendants and mods. He can sue that Reddit, actually. He can literally get that thing shut down. Because Discovery, oh my God. Discovery would be so epic on his end on their end if he gets it.
Of issues for the defendants and mods. The first time Reddit mods can't actually get away with it.
These free content creators, as smaller content creators, may have negotiated, interacted with the H3 Snark mod, right? Based on how much the H3 Snark Reddit subreddit loves them, they may have interacted with them in a way that they were interacting with a person.
Oh, LUS is he's a liberal lawyer. I hope this message finds you well. My name is Liptard, and I am a moderator of H3 Snarks. Our community values dialogue as we strive to ensure that our engagement with copyrighted blah 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 lies boundaries of. However, as you are aware, okay.
Real name. And in Discovery, Ethan Klein is entitled to all of that. Who knows what the percentage is, but I'm fairly certain that at least one of these moderators, who was a huge fan, let's say, of Denims, probably interacted with Denims using his real email, using his real name. When they interacted with me, only one interaction, they did use their first name. And I'm a complete stranger to them. I've never interacted with the subreddit. I've never talked to them. I've never responded to email. When Discovery hits, you have to turn it over anyway. So if there ever is a text message with a phone number or an email, or like I said, this case will break these free individuals if financially. This case has a high potential to financially break and ruin these free individuals for their entire lives. And the H3 mod.
High potential to financially break these individuals. Those words are absolute music to my ears. To see the most vile and rotten people on the internet finally, after all these years, get what they deserve. Oh my God.
I like seeing bad things happen to bad people. I really do. I really do. I love bad things happening to bad people. This is so good. No kidding. Reddit Mars are creeps. What a surprise. True, Mike. Absolutely true.
Never doubt the sweet god of karma. Also, I just find it hilarious that the Redditors are finally getting some repercussions, because Reddit is the place where these absolute most vile people go and think they can just post anything, slander anybody,
well, they're
and just
protected, they're emboldened, and they're cuddled. So, yeah.
Away with that. Okay, moving on to Casey Tron's new strategy of avoiding this lawsuit. Basically, if you remember, she and Frogan and everybody else was kind of deleting all of their VODs, and now she wants to claim that she is so high that she couldn't remember the video she was reacting to.
Just because I didn't react to his stupid video, he had to make up that I did and put a video of me smoking weed over his stupid video to get attention. I'm sorry, I don't give a fuck about your video. Like, I don't know. I don't recall reacting to it. I don't believe that I reacted to it. I do not remember.
So, this is not good for her case.
I don't know. I may have been under the influence, but I do not recall reacting to it.
I just don't remember, guys. I was under the influence. A brilliant strategy. Brilliant gambit by Casey, once again. I'm sure the judge will be thrilled to hear this argument. Your Honor, yes, there is camera evidence, so I did in fact steal from the store, but I was so high at the time, I do not recall stealing from the store, so I didn't have to pay the consequences, lol. She can't troll her way out of a lawsuit no matter how hard she tries. So Casey Tron tweeted, "Don't let anyone dull your sparkle, little girls, even when it's from powerful men who get litigious to evoke support from incel communities that love to humiliate women. This isn't about copyright. Big Mama's going through it. Send your energy." Is this another troll from Casey Tron?
Casey Tron, you're from the left. Ethan Klein is also from the left. The incel community is not a part of his community. I hate to tell y'all that, but it's not. He does have a lot of women, a lot of females that are watching him. So that's just not it. I don't know why such a predominant amount of women watch Ethan. Because if you really look at it, Denims predominantly, most people who watch Denims are men. Most people who watch, most progressives who watch Hassan are mostly men. The rest of them are females. I don't even know what gender demographics Frogan's things is. And 90% of the people that watch Casey Tron are men. So I don't know what you're talking about.
When you say something completely idiotic, and then when people call you out, well, I was only pretending to be stupid. Also, why the hell are you talking to little girls? What the heck? No little girls are watching you. In fact, nobody is watching you. Your one viewer is like Frogan, who's probably the furthest thing away from little girl. Anyways, turns out YouTuber Legal Mindset responded to Casey Tron's new defense of being high.
I don't know. I don't recall reacting to it.
So whether or not you recall reacting to it, being the defense here, saying, I don't recall, I don't know, I may have been under the influence, I may have been baked, I may have been high. Does that work? Well, absolutely not in this case. So copyright focuses on the act of copying and distributing work. So the focus with copyright is, did she copy or distribute work without permission, without consent, without being authorized to do so? And copyright is strict liability, which means mental state is irrelevant. You can do it, you can do it in any mental state, and it doesn't matter. It's strict liability. Did you or did you not do it?
Yeah, so basically even the lawyers are telling you you're absolutely cooked. And I think Casey later says she's trolling or whatever, but that's kind of her defense for everything. She does the same thing with her favorite word, incel. She calls everybody incels, including Ethan, who has a wife and kids. And then she says, oh, well, I'm just trolling you guys. It just doesn't make any sense. Like, you're still getting sued. That part is not a troll. Now, Legal Mindset talks about the destruction of evidence by deleting VODs.
But beyond that, she may be getting herself in huge trouble with spoliation of evidence.
You maybe... Listen, when you delete evidence, then you can basically, that's what I'm saying, I don't think she's going to go to the courts, because the judge can instruct the courts to basically say, hey, assume the worst about the evidence that was deleted. I do believe that's what they can do.
That's something, maybe it's a new word for you guys, but spoliation of evidence is intentional or negligent, which means you're doing it willfully or you're doing it recklessly without thinking. It's destruction, alteration, or hiding of any evidence that is relevant to a legal proceeding. And once a person knows that a lawsuit has been filed, they know there's something pending against them, there is a duty attached, a duty engages to preserve the evidence and not destroy it, alter it, or hide it. And if you mess up with this, if you're found guilty of evidence spoliation of evidence, there can be sanctions, there can be fines, they can have your court pleading struck, or you can have a default judgment.
Oh, right. Wow, really? I didn't know this. Sanctions and fines. And you can also get a default. Wow.
So essentially, you're not allowed to hide or obstruct evidence. And now it's pretty clear that they were acting without the instruction of a lawyer, because no lawyer is going to intentionally sabotage your case like that. So basically, they're just kind of doing whatever they think is right. And they're essentially sitting on a house of cards. And it's only a matter of time before they get what's coming. Now, is this actually going to court? I don't really know. No. I definitely think they're going to be paying a disgusting amount of money regardless, way more than they currently have. And this will kind of set a precedent for the community in general to not F around and definitely not steal content. Then he talks about how these people just don't know how to shut up.
And the problem with most content creators is they don't know how to shut up. They don't know how to just be quiet, not talk, stay off the internet, stop responding, and just let your lawyer take care of it. And that applies for a lot of the folks in this, which are continuing to comment.
Oh, that's probably why Frogan left the internet, because that's probably why she left the internet, because she don't know how to shut up. So she's like, base, base, I don't know how to, base, shut up. So, I'm going to get off the internet for a week. Base.
And post on social media, rant in their chats about this lawsuit, when really they should be shutting up. They should be real quiet and saying, hey, look, can I talk to my lawyer? Can I get out of this? Because there is potential for them to fight this. There are arguments they can make. However, their lawyers are going to be put on the back foot the more they do things like this. The more Casey Tron, Denims, and Frogan decide to run their mouths and talk about this and make up stuff and make comments on this. But content creators cannot help themselves. They feel they have to say something on social media. They have to get on their platforms.
Absolutely 100% true.
No, not all, I do believe. Hold on, let me think. I can think of one. I can think of one person who know how to shut up. I think you want to say a lot of people on the left know how to shut up, because I do believe Destiny wouldn't shut up. Now you got Frogan didn't want to shut up. I would have to say Sticks shut up, even though he was found guilty. He didn't talk about his case. So not all YouTubers. I would have to say all YouTubers on the left don't know how to shut up, you know, when they got an active case against them. But no, I think there's several people on the right that know how to shut up. You know what I'm saying? We know what it is to be quiet. Okay, so yeah.
If you ever wanted to torture a content creator, simply take away their mic and don't let
Kyle Rittenham knew how to shut up. He didn't go around taking an interview, so that's another one.
them post on social media. There's no greater pain for a clout-hungry goblin than to not be able to yap online. It's the curse of an influencer. Then he talks about the Reddit moderator situation.
Another area where there may be issues is involving the Reddit thread, right? The H3 Snark Reddit thread. As another lawyer mentioned, they may be subject to discovery insofar as they might have been working with Denims, Frogan, Casey Tron, and there may have been communications between them. If there are, that could be subject to discovery, which means you have to turn over all emails, text messages, etc. And if they've been deleting messages, if they've been going in and looking at their contacts between Reddit and between these content creators, and they've been deleting, hiding, or otherwise trying to maneuver them or change them, that could also bring penalties down on them as well. And I think a lot of the people involved in this just don't know anything about the legal process. They have not engaged an attorney, and they're absolutely courting for disaster.
Yeah, this is why you always want to consult an attorney before you try pulling these idiotic stunts online, especially when you're already being sued. Once you're being sued, surely you should have like the basic knowledge to run all your actions through a lawyer. But apparently the KFC bill was way too high. Now apparently Tectone might be getting in.
Sorry, I had to stop so I could laugh.
The Ethan Klein lawsuit. That would be cinema.
Hey, Casey Tron. Ain't this you? Ain't this you? That's you, isn't it? That's you. Hey, Casey, maybe we're going to be dealing with something else a little bit later. You know, maybe we should not fuck around. Because, hey, Casey, we about to find out, aren't we? We about to find out. By the way, guys, I will be getting in contact with Ethan Klein's lawyer on Friday. Man, we have a lot to talk about. This is gonna be crazy. He might have a new client he's taking a part of. This is gonna be a great old time.
Yeah, this is just not looking good. Everybody's just getting in on the lawsuit now. Then he talks about why she deserves the hate.
Like, this is a chick who's tried to ruin my life with false allegations. This is a chick that's tried to ruin Ethan's life by going after his kids. This is a woman who put a hit out on someone. This is a guy who's attempted to ruin Asmongold's life by calling him a pedophile. This is a person who's tried to ruin Nux Taku's life by calling him a pedophile. Do you know how much that she got punished for? Zero. Ethan, the grand arbiter, says, don't worry, guys. I got this.
Yeah, I think people are honestly too brazen with these labels nowadays. Hassan has just made it okay to slander people without any consequences. The amount of times he's just said blatantly false information. And that's why we're here, to call him out. You know, every single lie will be debunked by Professor Sus here. Now, apparently somebody shared an older Frogan clip that I missed from like a month ago.
Oh my God, what happened to her eyebrows? Oh my God, what happened to her?
Or something, and it still haunts me to this day.
Bro. Can we talk about Tectone? Can we talk about Tectone for a second? Somebody sent me this tweet today. It had me crying laughing, bro. He was like, I am genuinely considering full swapping to YouTube if this terrorist propaganda is a...
Girl, you understand when you have a hijab that's basically covering your entire head and the only thing is sticking out is your face, that if you don't make that part of your body that exposed look a little decent, you look like a straight idiot. You look so grotesque. Like, and then you got stripes. Fat people should I'm not being mean. This is so true. Fat people should not wear stripes. I'm sorry.
Boom, headshot.
That is like fashion 101. TJ says she's the only woman I support to cover up. Oh God, like she looks terrible here.
Push harshly and immediately on Twitch. My father, my brothers, and our soldiers did not bleed, sacrifice, and die for this bullshit to be allowed and promoted on Twitch. This needs to change immediately. This needs to change immediately. How come he didn't join the US military? Yeah, it's like the Miley Cyrus thing. She's like, yeah, the rumors are true. I deleted my Twitter.
Yeah, she was really smug. Oh my God. And now suddenly we're on the GoFundMe begging for money.
Oh, thank God. Thank God for this picture. Woo, I'd rather look at this all day than look at that. What the hell was she thinking in the other video? God,
Hey, suddenly we gotta put the sad face on, you know, get all that sympathy in.
But notice how she made sure she contour her makeup, okay, baby? She made sure she put a nice little brown, like a brown eyeshadow here, and you know, she made sure she got a little eyeliner. She make sure she goes it up there, and then she penciled in her eyebrows, and then you know, she got a tiny little bit of rouge there. Okay, she probably ate a lot of sodium, so her face could be extra puffy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying, like.
Doesn't look so smug anymore. There's just no laughing. There's no burst. There's no 45-piece nuggets. Had to downgrade to a happy meal. Or like a sad meal at this point. But yeah, boo fucking who. Now click this video or Frogan.
Oh, man. Woo! Chat. I swear. Okay, chat. We went over 2 hours, but look, I gotta look at this video by Nick Avocado. Okay. I like Stephanie. Come on, dude. What is going on with my what is going on with my videos here on Firefox? There we go. I like Stephanie. Okay. So I'm just letting y'all know straight up, I like Stephanie. So I haven't watched this video, so I have no idea what he could say that's going to expose her, what he's going to say that's going to put her on blast. I don't know, but I'm going to watch it, and I'm just letting y'all know that if I'm still on her side, that y'all know why, because I like Stephanie. Okay, here we go.
Here we go. Hi, everyone. We're going to do this. We are going to talk about it. Today, I want to talk about an experience from my past, an experience that's been deeply misunderstood online, an experience that was taken out of context in ways that felt deliberate, and one that cost me a lot. This video is about Stephanie, also known as Rotten Mango. What happened between us took place over half a decade ago. We're talking like 5 or 6 years back, but people still talk about our fallout to this day. Stephanie Sue told the internet about our real-life interaction together in a way that seemed less like a personal story and more like a true crime special. She took moments between us and magnified them into something way bigger, weaving it in and out of an emotion.
I don't even remember what it was about. I remember her saying something, but to be honest,
emotionally charged narrative.
But to be honest, I don't even remember, so I'm sure he's going to say something
that in the end felt designed to hurt me. The reason I'm bringing this up now is because my weight loss got 50 million views, and it sparked a lot of interest in who I am. Millions of people are coming in, they're watching old content, and this includes videos made about me and Stephanie. Back in 2019, she put out Why I'm Afraid of Avocado. It went viral. It's got like 17 million views. I made a response to that years ago, but it only got 4. That means that the vast majority of people coming in aren't hearing my side. So this video will be a shortened recap of exactly what happened between...
He did 2 videos, by the way. This is part 1, and then I don't think we're going to watch part 2 today, because I got to get my Steam in. Sorry, chat. Sorry. But because I put it because I put this in the description, and as well as the thumbnail, we're going to watch it.
Me and Stephanie. And it will also be the truth. Because if you want to hold people accountable, both sides deserve to be heard. I'm an actor, and for the past 8 years, I was on a character development for my YouTube channel. I was intentionally gaining weight. I was intentionally acting like a buffoon. I was developing an online persona. In the earlier years of this, I leaned very...
Do you think he got surgery to remove his extra chin? There's no way you can lose all that weight and not have your bottom chin not flap down like that.
heavily into covering drama from other YouTube creators. I'd spill the tea on them, even holding a kettle prop sometimes. I'd stir the pot, throw the shade. I literally injected myself into any drama, and a lot of people couldn't separate that character from the real me. And this is how things started to develop in the very beginning. By the time Stephanie and I crossed paths, I had already gained over 100 pounds and built a reputation for having a character that was chaotic, loud, and messy.
We have a few things to discuss. The tea is steaming hot. You eat. I have some receipts. Sit down. You, these clowns. Your fault. Everything about me is perfect. No. For anything. You actually sit down. Sticking her nose in drama.
Maybe I should get me a teapot if I'm going to do these videos in reference to the right-wing stuff that's going on. I have a kettle thing, but it's like a modern day thing that has like a LED light that cuts off when the water boils. One of my dear beloved taters named Katie did, and her husband Pea Shooter purchased this for me. I still have it.
Like she doesn't want drama.
And I still use it. I could do that. I got a cup. I don't need the cup. I could do the tea kettle. It would have to be a dainty one. This is too big.
I was not always seen as credible. And this made me an easy target. The perfect fall guy. I mean, who's going to believe or even take seriously the man throwing food on his face and shirt? Probably no one. And Stephanie Sue knew it. She leaned into it, and she leveraged it. I want to tell you the quick 30-second summary of what exactly happened between us. I wanted Stephanie Sue to sit down and gossip with me in one of these types of videos, to spill the tea about drama happening in our mukbang community.
Nick said it very assertively, we're going to talk about Veronica and we're going to spill all the tea. I freaked out, and again, I wanted to defend myself by sharing my story, which is I think what he wanted.
And that made her uncomfortable. I clearly didn't pick up on that well enough, and that was my first mistake. And then as a result, she didn't show up to one of her collabs and gave me what I perceived at the time to be a flimsy excuse. So I reacted poorly. I sent her angry text messages, I vented about it with my friends, and I made it pretty clear that I was going to bring up the situation in my next drama video.
I'm this effing close to making an exciting video.
That was the core of what happened between us. And
okay, so when are we supposed to feel sorry for you, Nick?
that was 100% my fault. I was immature, I was unkind, I was unprofessional, I was childish, I was wrong. Stephanie, I am genuinely sorry. You were not obligated to sit and gossip with me on camera. You didn't owe me that. And I was totally out of line for reacting the way I did when you didn't show up to film. I was too wrapped up in trying to get juicy content for my channel. I clearly lacked the maturity to handle the situation.
What did I call it? Didn't I call it a pedal? A pot? I call it a pot. I don't know what I call it. I don't know. It should be called a kettle or whatever. I don't know. I know what it looks like. If I put a teapot, I'm sure it's gonna show up. If I put a teapot in Amazon or eBay, I'm sure it's gonna show up.
Situation the right way. I also want to apologize to you, Stephanie, for saying I would call you out for ghosting me. You know, plans change. It happens. Looking back, the way I treated you, the way I responded to you was not okay. Like I said, I was caught up in trying to get juicy content for my channel that I wasn't being considerate of how I was making you feel. You didn't deserve that, and I am sorry. And there's something that I've never actually shared with anyone until now. That situation with Stephanie changed me. It made me take a hard look at myself, how I was using my platform, how I was creating content, how I was making people feel. And I realized if I was going to keep this going, if I was going to keep putting myself out there in this way, trying to make edgy content, I had to go about it differently. Not overnight, but around that time, I made a choice. No more dragging other people into my drama. So I started to shift. It would be my own mess. My chaos, my circus, smashing pies in my face, bouncing on scooters with my belly hanging out, screaming and crying and laughing like a lunatic. It was absurd, but it was mine. I didn't need to bring other people into that tent. And sure, every now and then I would clap back at someone or throw a little shade here and there, but overall there was a real shift to the content I was making. Because deep down, I didn't want to hurt anybody. I just wanted to put on a show. With that said, two things can be true at the same time. Yes, I was wrong to egg on drama during my collab with Stephanie. Yes, I was out of line for getting upset over text. And yes, venting about it on social media wasn't okay either. But what happened next didn't feel like a response. It felt like a preemptive strike. You see, before we filmed together, Stephanie wasn't exactly the persona many knew her as. Off camera, she talked poorly about other creators in our community. It was bad. She wasn't actually that shy about throwing shade. And to be honest, that's okay. A lot of YouTubers have a more professional front for the camera and then a more relaxed, candid one off camera. That's just real life. I don't fault her for that. But when our collab fell apart, she panicked. She knew I was upset. She knew she said things that she didn't want going public. So before I could say anything, she got ahead of the story and she rewrote the story. Stephanie opened her video about me with what looked like security footage. Her shaking on a couch, visibly distressed, with someone holding on to her. It was dramatic, it was intense, and for the millions of people—
I don't remember this. Did that really happen? I don't remember this.
People unfamiliar with either of us at the time, it planted a powerful impression that the person in that footage was me, and where she wouldn't clarify who the man was until 30 minutes into the video, when many people had already clicked out. From there, she invoked language and imagery that directly echoed the Me a movement created to support the survivors of
in and out of sleep.
In and out of sleep. Well, me
Hashtag you.
She repurposed the emotional weight of that cultural reckoning and redirected it at me. Not only did this lend her story immediate credibility, but it also cast me in the role of a within the first 10 seconds, before even having to say it directly. That movement isn't for you to use as a prop. It's not a storytelling device for dramatic effect. It's not meant to be used as emotional currency.
Okay, we are 8 minutes and 8 seconds in, and I don't know what he's talking about. Stephanie had also claimed he took pictures of her indoor security cam when he has at his house for a collab. Okay. But I'm just, so far in his video, I'm trying to feel like so far he just admitted that he was wrong in some parts. So I'm trying to figure out, like, you wasting, this is a 33-minute video. When get to the part where you supposed to be innocent and she's bad.
But in Stephanie's video, it became all those things.
I feel like I've been manipulated by fear that I can't say no to him. I just want to take back my power to say no. I think when someone shows me a pattern of predatory behavior, I'm not going to not listen. Hashtag too. And feeling like
framing our fallout with references like that shifts how people understand it. She said that my interaction with her was at a similar degree to when she was
and the only way that I've ever felt like this to any degree in my life prior to Nick, it was one where I felt shit. I was in my own home, felt like no, really didn't have a lot of power.
Stephanie literally co-opted the Me to intensify and distort the nature of her conflict that was at its core about gossiping on camera, canceling a collab, and venting about it through texts. She used dark imagery to connect us to a serious cause.
I think when someone shows me a pattern of I told myself I would never, ever, ever feel like that again.
And I'm sorry, that's a terrible thing to do to a person. And I'm not saying that Stephanie didn't feel uneasy or that she wasn't allowed to set her own boundaries. Of course she was. But there's a major difference between being uncomfortable with gossiping on camera and equating that to serious, life-altering violations of content. Her video about me wasn't just sharing her experience. It was about turning me into a real villain and doing it through the lens that guaranteed public outrage. In the video, she claimed that she lost the power to say no.
Your basic human fundamental rights to say no. Can't say no to him. I just want to take back my power to say no.
Lost the power to do what? To say, hey, change the subject. I don't want to talk about that on camera. Or, hey, I don't want to come to the next collab. Sorry.
Well, hold on. Come on, y'all. Like. Help me with this. I'm sitting here saying, okay, what? Here's the deal. You still ain't showed me nothing that made me go, oh no. Like, you admitted to being a POS. You admitted to being intimidating. You admitted to being everything but a good person to her initially. I'm trying to figure out, like, here we are 10 minutes in, and I'm like, okay, she connected you to a Me Too movement. I don't care. Mr. Milky. But why wasn't he charged? Where is the public court file? Was it bad she waited years after it happened? Because she's just like typical white women that don't use the police. That's what I'm saying. Y'all know me. You don't involve the police, okay? I'm not gonna feel bad about your sexual, your essay. So there's that. But I mean, the only thing I know about her in reference to Nick is that he had security cam footage of her or something. That's it. He didn't really touch her or anything. But this whole, there's not, like I said, there's not one Me Too case. There's not one Me Too case I support. Because all of them have one thing in common. You didn't go to the police.
I feel like someone's holding this thing over me.
That's performative. She even dug up anecdotes about me, ones totally unrelated, and repurposed them to make our situation seem 10 times scarier.
What was the purpose of all of this? To hurt Veronica? To hurt me? To get your sucked?
Yeah. Our mukbang had nothing to do with that. Why did Stephanie evoke themes that resonated with the Me Too climate? Why use those emotional cues? This was a takedown, a carefully constructed, emotionally charged hit piece. Whether it was to protect her own image, or grow her true crime brand, or control the narrative of her fallout, this was the strategy she chose. And I hope we can be honest about what that choice looked like and what it cost me. I think one of the most hurtful and harmful
It didn't cost you nothing, Nick. It didn't cost you nothing. Now, I think because you ain't obese anymore, I don't think nobody care about you. Hold on a second. Let me see if I'm right. Oh, God. Why we can't break up. I got 4 surgeries at one. My plastic surgery. Oh, I kind of want to watch this. Revealing my loose skin after. I want to watch that too. So it's like he got videos out. Lord have mercy. Dude, isn't the hungry fat chick sick right now? Is it? Who here? I don't think none of y'all here watch this stuff, right? I think the big fat hungry chick, I think something's wrong with her. I think, like, seriously, the last time I talked to her, the last time I looked at her stuff, there was a cancer scare. Okay, look, he got content I really want to watch. So this is when he came out. This is when he came out with his stuff. And I want to, where is it? I want to watch. He has a video called Revealing My Loose Skin.
Hey everyone! Oh my gosh.
He's like, revealing my loose skin after a 250-pound weight loss. I really want to watch that. And then he has, I got 4 surgeries at once. So you guys were right. He did get his chin done if he got 4 surgeries. So, okay. All right.
Things that Stephanie said was that I already knew about her being in the past.
I told him about the one thing that I don't talk to anyone about.
That was not true. Stephanie and I had met just one time in person before filming. One time at a restaurant. We didn't know each other very well. We weren't close. We were just trying to break the ice before filming. Telling me about the times she was in the past was never one of those icebreakers. I promise you. We didn't talk about anything like that. And why would we? We just met each other.
I had set up this dinner with me, Zach, and Nick at Hot Pot. Honestly, immediately going in, I was nervous. I definitely had a guard up.
Does it even make sense that someone who describes herself as being an anxious person and hesitant to meet me, as she said in her own words, that this person would suddenly open up about the most private, deeply personal experiences of her entire life?
You got a point there. Okay. All right. Good point. Good point. You get points on that one.
That, as she said, most of the world never knew. And to do this on the very first day that we met, surrounded by friends, surrounded by strangers, eating at tables next to us, it doesn't make sense. Because it's simply not true. The truth is, we were 2 YouTubers meeting for the first time, trying to break the ice before our job. So we talked about our job. We talked about the things we liked, the things we didn't. That led to gossiping, who we liked, who we didn't. It wasn't some deep emotional exchange. But later, she told the internet that I knew these personal things about her.
I was nervous. I definitely had a guard up. I ended up opening up about something that I don't even talk about on YouTube. I was in my own home. It was somebody that I had to let into my home. I told him about the one thing that I don't talk to anyone.
That was strategic, so that she could paint me in the worst possible light, and then turn people against me in the worst possible way. And you've probably heard the phrase, in and out of sleep. It's something that people say when they're tired. And that's exactly how Stephanie used it with me when she texted me, when she didn't show up to our collab last minute.
I was in and out of sleep sleep. Hey guys, sorry I've been in and out of sleep.
I remember thinking, really? In and out of sleep? I mean, I cleared my whole schedule to be here. I flew to her state. I was really upset, and I ranted about it.
Just been in and out of sleep, and I don't know what's
Like, in and out of sleep, in and out of sleep.
But in her video, she reframed the phrase in and out of sleep in the context of use, but only after telling people that I knew she had been in the past, which I didn't.
You knew why. I'm so paranoid. You know why.
Was it wrong for me to vent about it with my friends? Yes. Was it wrong for me to vent about it online? Yes. But we weren't joking or laughing about her being I didn't know that. My friends didn't know that. None of us knew that. We were reacting to what felt like being ghosted before a major collaboration. A major collaboration. In and out of sleep was the only context we had. It's the only reason she gave me. And honestly, I felt blindsided. I felt stood up.
In and out of sleep, we turned something that really bothered me into something that we can laugh about. It's just you have to laugh about things to get over it.
And my friends were honestly just trying to cheer me up.
You know, I got things to do. I got things to do.
Have you been in and out of sleep?
In and out of sleep. Oh my gosh. In and out of sleep right
And so I was mocking her excuse. But Stephanie, who was afraid I might speak up about what really happened or the things she told me off camera, got ahead of the story and repackaged that moment into something it never was. And then thousands of people made emotional interpretations linked.
Did they really make t-shirts out of that? That is super petty. I didn't know they made t-shirts.
the in and out of sleep thing to her trauma history, concluding that I had been mocking a survivor. And that's what hurt the most. Not just being misunderstood, but being deliberately misrepresented. But Stephanie didn't just rely on her words to sell this story. She relied on performance. The trembling voice, the sudden tone shifts, even moments where she appeared to cry, only for the emotion to vanish seconds later. It just all felt calculated, like a script meant to feel raw without actually being raw. And once you see it for what it is, it's hard to unsee.
Is there anything else you'd like to say? And I just remember feeling so gutted. Like my heart had dropped to the ground because I thought it was going to be another interrogation.
That's performative. Real emotion is messy. It shows up physically on the body. The swelling of the face, the mucus, the vocal cords being blocked by mucus, the tears that come that don't wait for a cue. But in her video, it was like flipping on a light switch.
And it's not the little movement. How dare you discredit an entire movement that the sole purpose was giving people a voice because you had a bad date in New York City. No one's going to believe you because
a flip of a switch. 2 shaky sentences.
Okay,
and then
that's a good point too, but I've seen that so much, my eyes roll. I mean, so like I said, now he's getting to the meat of it, okay? So yeah, it's like, oh yeah, I've seen that before too. The shift in the crying but no tears, yeah.
He's back to baseline. Almost like that emotion wasn't lived. It was timed, designed to land a punch. And the editing only makes the case that much stronger, where the most intense moments were stitched together with jump cuts, as if they had to be assembled just right to maximize impact.
I feel like I've been manipulated by fear that I can't say no to him. I just want to take back my power to say no, not feel like someone's holding this thing over me and me. I feel like in normal circumstances, I probably wouldn't share a private text message.
That's performative. It's like going through the motions, hoping the delivery feels real, even if it's not. This wasn't just storytelling. This was narrative control, wrapped up in vulnerability and then pointed directly at me. And when most people recount something serious, they don't use parts of their brain to switch in and out of character voices. They just talk. The emotion flows naturally, or it doesn't at all, depending on the person. But here, the emotion switches on and off mid-sentence. One moment she's gasping and quivering for air, and then the next moment she's cool as a cucumber. Take our text messages, for instance. She starts out all smiley and giggly.
I've been in and out of sleep all afternoon after staying up late, and I realized I had a few sponsors due. I hope you guys understand.
But then seconds later, switches into a new character voice when reading my texts.
Stephanie, I have been sitting here for 5 hours, so no. I'm sorry, I do not understand. But ignore me.
Yeah, I do that. Okay, nope, can't put. I do that when I talk another person's text. I use either a mocking tone or I use another tone. So this is a nothing burger part. Okay, so no, you don't get points for this one.
For 5 hours after that. Don't play games.
And then it goes back to her texts, now suddenly gasping for air, all breathy and broken.
But ignore me for 5 hours after that. Don't play games. I texted it back and I said, again, I'm so sorry
And then the next moment, she flips the switch and goes back to the Avocado voice.
I'm so sorry if there was any miscommunication and if I made you feel that way. I'm sorry for today and I hope you're able to enjoy the rest of your day. And he responded with, please talk to me. Zach told me he wants to be left out. I reached out half a day and I feel we need to chat.
Literally moments apart. It just doesn't feel like she's saying straight up what's going on. It feels like she's bringing out the theatrics and performing for the camera. A true crime audition tape. for many different roles.
That's what I normally do. And I just want to say thank you so much for giving me a platform and giving me a way. I just want to say thank you so much for giving me a platform and feel like I have a voice. And I just want to say
Again, performative.
I just need to do whatever I can to get through tonight and tomorrow because we have collab scheduled tomorrow.
It feels highly performative.
Just be done with
Okay, it is performative. You got me. But listen, I want you to understand. I don't care about any of this because I remember how Nick Avocado was such a huge POS. So these two going at each other, don't care. Okay, now you're starting to prove your point, but it's like, yeah, she just weaponized the Me Too movement. She didn't call the police, and you didn't do anything S.A.-ish towards her. Okay, but yeah, she's performing. This is a fake testimony. Like, she don't feel this. I got it. But still, you weren't a nice person back then. I don't care. I don't care.
I don't want him to make a video trying to say all these things I said about
Making yourself suddenly gasp for air and then coming right back down 2 seconds later. Working together to frame our situation far darker than it ever was. To justify the title, Why She Was Scared of Me.
how extreme things have gotten. I was already feeling really scared and I can't imagine how much more frightened. I just couldn't. I was just so scared.
And why the viewers should feel scared.
And tomorrow, because we have collab scheduled tomorrow. So I must have believe that they know the full story. Not just going up against Nick, but look at all the friends he has. You know, who do I have? And I just felt like I couldn't say anything.
That's performative.
I felt like I couldn't talk about it because what was there to talk about? I felt like I couldn't talk about it because
Again, performative.
texted me or called me.
That feels less like a personal story and more like a true crime reenactment. Not because emotion isn't valid, of course it is, but because this emotion didn't feel organic. It felt choreographed. And if this were fiction, it would be one thing, but I'm a real person.
Can't say no to him. I just want to take back my power.
It's disturbing how heavily she felt the need to lean into these themes of you-know-what to sell her story. She even typed in the phrase, "Hi Nick, I know you're seeing this," into the tags of her YouTube video. And tags are something only YouTubers would tend to look at. That doesn't feel like the behavior of someone claiming to be so scared. So scared, yet you'd go and taunt and imitate them too? What purpose would that have served to anybody else watching the video? None. And so it felt highly calculated. Even the thumbnail felt calculated. Look at what she's sitting in front of. Look at what it implies. The tears set on cue, holding herself in distress. A teary scene, by the way, that never even appeared in the actual video. Out of every possible place she could sit and film, she chose this spot. That wasn't random. That was a visual strategy meant to shape perception before a single word was ever spoken. And Stephanie didn't just lean into the theatrics, she took it a step even further with editing. We filmed an ASMR video for my channel, whispering, soft-spoken, relaxed, calm, but that's the whole point of ASMR.
And they're gonna help me make it, so let's get started.
At the end of the video, when we were wrapping up and saying our goodbyes, asking our viewers to subscribe, I turned to her and I asked, "Is there anything else you'd like to say?"
What would you like to say?
Stephanie took this out of context and distorted it to make me sound way worse, with dramatic zoom-ins and everything.
Nick turned to me and he said, "Is there anything else you'd like to say?" And I just remember feeling so gutted. Like my heart had dropped to the ground because I thought it was going to be another interrogation.
What would you like to say? Say. Thank you for watching us eat these.
And so
Your heart dropped to the ground? We were saying goodbye. So now I'm going to show you the real version that she edited out. In fact, watch her hand movements toward the end, where it seems as if she wanted to say something before closing out the video.
Thank you. Wait. What do we do now? Goodbye. She's playing the flute. Okay. What would you like to say?
thank you for watching us eat these. We love you. This is the new filet mignons.
The filet mignons. Bye, everyone.
But Stephanie brought out the shaky character voice.
And I just...
This is so petty. I don't care about any of this, right? Like, hey, she's killing it on YouTube. You're still killing it on YouTube. None of this matters in the end, because this is not going to hurt her fan base. This is not going to hurt your fan base. What are we doing here? Okay. What are we doing? Come on, y'all. Y'all know what I'm saying in the end. Like, in the end, this is not going to hurt them. Like, this is okay, she lied. She lied about somebody who was not liked at the time, okay? Y'all got to understand, none of us like... I know it's so hard because, you know, the internet has... There's so much that goes on the internet, but it seems like a lot of stuff that has happened would happen like 20 years ago or something like that. But you got to go back to the point where Nick was at his highest. Like, we hated him. We hated him. So this piece that she did, it didn't hurt his reputation. It didn't hurt his views. People like to watch a train wreck. So I don't care. I thought it was something like she literally was posing for OF, but holding me to secrecy and making me take all the pictures. And she said if I would tell, that she would basically send an assassin after me. Like something like this. Like, oh God, hold on, let me just get through this. We only got like 10 more minutes, dude. Gosh, dude.
I remember feeling so gutted. Like my heart had dropped to the ground. My heart had dropped to the ground because I thought it was going to be Veronica.
End of a very quiet video to sit there and start whispering shit like we were in some ASMR confessional booth. I mean, it doesn't even sound believable. She also claimed she had made it apparent how uncomfortable she really was.
In the video, there's no way Nick did not know that I was so uncomfortable for those 30 minutes.
Really?
He knew. There's no way he didn't know I was uncomfortable.
Would you have gathered she was experiencing utter distress?
Is that her husband with her? Is that in this video, is that Stephanie's husband? Is this her husband?
Yeah, not exactly broadcasting discomfort, is it? So when she ghosted me for the collab the next day...
No, that's another mukbang Zach. Holy smokes, is them two have babies? Those would be some beautiful babies, wouldn't they? He has some good genetics, I can tell you that much, though. Good gosh.
That's why I felt blindsided, because that was the last interaction we had.
I'm this effing close to making an...
Gay? No! Aw, he's gay. Oh, he's just gonna have to find a lesbian or somebody, you know what I'm saying? Somebody have his babies. Oh God, that's so unfortunate.
Video. What the F is wrong with people? So rude and inconsiderate.
I didn't sense there was anything wrong. She didn't tell me there was anything wrong. But the only thing that she did do was deliberately misrepresent what happened at the end of that ASMR video.
And he said, is there anything else you'd like to say?
While just having spent 30 minutes connecting me to the Me movement.
#2.
And associating me with the person who abused her years before we met.
And the only way that I've ever felt like this prior to Nick, it was when...
And this includes the house photos. Stephanie and I talked a little bit about interior design. She had recently bought her home, and I was looking to renovate mine. She gave me a house tour of her place upon arrival, and we had what seemed like very nice conversations about lighting layouts, appliances, security features, the usual when you talk about home projects. During much of this conversation, we were in the kitchen, which was a shared, open concept space. I was taking photos of different elements that she was pointing out. I was also on FaceTime with Orland, sharing the ideas in real time. This isn't the most flattering screenshot of Stephanie. The fact is, she knew knew I was taking photos. She was there, she was participating in the conversation, and actively involved in showing me around. Nothing about it was hidden. She said she didn't know why I was taking photos of her house.
And then immediately he started looking around at the ceiling. I didn't have any cool light fixtures up there. I just don't know what else would be up there other than security cameras.
She also...
Girl, you are lying now. Okay. Okay, now you're getting on my nerves because I'm like, y'all know I'm into houses. I'm not a car person. I'm a house person. Okay. I love beautiful houses, especially on the inside. They can be deceptive on the outside, but the inside has to look marvelous, beautiful. Just kidding, I lied. I went to check and Zach has a girlfriend, but my gaydar is going off. DeWitt, you lied to me! Girl. Well, at least I feel better that he's not gay because he can have lots of babies.
mentioned that after briefly leaving the room, she saw me on her kitchen security camera taking photos.
And during that time that I slipped away to the restroom very, very quickly, the one time that I did, without letting me know what he was doing, he took multiple pictures inside my house. Seeing that footage was shattering.
This is where things get more nuanced. I can actually understand that having someone take photos when you're not in the room can feel uncomfortable. Truthfully, I wasn't trying to cross a boundary because in my mind, I saw it as a continuation of taking the photos we had been taking together thus far. I never left the common area. I didn't go looking around the house. I stayed right there and continued to take photos of the things we were talking about while she stepped out of the room. Looking back, I realized I was at fault with this part. I was too...
Oh God, look at that. Look at that ceiling. Look at those floors. I'm not a carpet person, ladies and gentlemen, because of some bad experience, but give me a hardwood floor, a marble floor, a non-carpet floor any day. This, and look at that chimney. It's not even like it's a modernized chimney. This looks so beautiful. I'm loving this.
Presumptive. We didn't know each other like that. I totally get it. I do. Especially for someone she had just met. And after all this happened, she made the video about me, and I learned that she had past trauma in that house. I can see how that freaked her out. I can. Stephanie, for that, I am sorry. I genuinely apologize. What I didn't feel was fair, however, was how she portrayed this moment in the context of but only after telling people that I knew she had been in the past, which I didn't. And by now it's clear that this narrative building was intentional. She also referred to the kitchen security monitor, implying that I revealed something private by taking a photo of that too. But that monitor had already been visible in dozens of her own videos, seen by millions long before we ever met. It was visible in her house tours, her vlogs, her interviews. I mean, it was something that literally...
Let me tell you something. When me and my husband get a fantastic house, y'all ain't gonna never see no part of it. Boom, headshot! Honey, let me tell you something. There's some things I like to keep private. I like the interior of my home. Giving y'all a house tour? Hell no, dude. What the hell? No way. She got snagged a Sherman Oak starter home. This is a starter home? Girl. Okay. Look at that. Look at that island in the middle of the damn kitchen. Damn, that's nice.
She sat on her kitchen counter. When people come to my page and comment, you jeopardize her security system, I didn't wander around the house and look for her system or all the controls. It was the monitor. It was the same screen that you see when you watch her mukbangs or her vlogs. I was simply interested in it because I wanted one for myself, and she knows this because we talked about it.
He asked me, what's the name of your fancy security system? I low-key want that security system.
And again, looking back, it was out of step for someone she had just met. I'm not excusing that, and I take ownership that I shouldn't have done it. But I wish she would take ownership on how she amplified it.
It was just something that I don't think I'll ever be able to understand.
Now, someone might say, well, if that security monitor is already online, what would be the need to take a photo, right? And, you know, that's a fair question. It makes me think, like, why do we take photos of the Statue of Liberty, even though it's already all over Google? I was just excited. I was there. I was in person. I was talking about it with Orlin. She was telling me about it. I was learning about it, but I don't appreciate how this got turned into something dark and calculated. That's why there's nuance here. You know, taking photos of her ceilings and her cabinets and security when she steps out the room, that's wrong. Lesson learned. And I apologize for that. But she wasn't being straight up about it in her video either. This was a strategic exaggeration. She embellished it.
I didn't have any cool light fixtures up there.
This was a targeted takedown against me.
At this point, my home safety is kind of in question of my safety, my security, any sort of security.
Maximum emotional impact.
#2.
A carefully constructed spectacle
How extreme things have gotten.
built on exaggeration,
I was already feeling really scared.
omission of facts,
Is there anything else you'd like to say?
and someone who made fun of the facts she which I didn't, aligning deliberately controversial how people see me. Since losing weight, I've had no choice but to enter a new chapter of my life. I've launched a new YouTube channel. I'm back on Patreon, posting daily again. I'm trying to pour my energy into growth, connecting with people. But to fully connect with people means I need to heal the wounds surrounding this public issue. And a part of healing is telling the truth, fully and without distortion. Because for years, this story has lived lopsided. And the only way that I can move on is by having the truth acknowledged. Stephanie, I regret trying to pull you into drama. I regret the way I vented. I regret being inconsiderate of your boundaries and disrespecting your space. I regret all of that. I am truly sorry. You didn't deserve it, and I own that. But I also hope you can own your part too. It wasn't accurate. It exaggerated the truth. And that exaggeration has had real consequences on my life. You knew the emotional weight your video would carry. You knew how your delivery would all work together to shape how people saw me. You knew. That type of storytelling has the power to destroy somebody, the power to ruin them, even permanently. I had already become the villain on my own channel.
By your own doing, so I don't care.
I'd never expected to be cast in a production on yours. Every day, somebody somewhere out in the world is saying I did things to you that I never did. I've owned my part, and I need to move forward.
Okay. Cool down. That totally wasn't what I thought it would be. Totally not what I thought it would be, chat. Totally. Totally. Oh my God. I want that 33 millions back or whatever. Anyway. Well, we're gonna be eating good off of this daggone Ethan Klein, Casey Tron, Denims, and Frogan base. Frogan. So there's that. So anyway, yeah, guys, thank you so much. By the way, those of you who are part of my Patreon, the edited version of the Twitter space will be uploaded tomorrow. So there's that, and I will see you guys on the political channel tomorrow. I can't believe I almost, oh my God, dude. So I'm gonna get something. I'm gonna get an app to remind me when things need to be done. So with that being said, y'all take care, and I'll see ya tomorrow. And then the next time I'll be on this channel will be this Saturday, okay? I think we got some red pill updates, by the way. Okay? All right.